And we live, baby. We recording. What's good? What's good with your young James Boogie? What's going down?
Man, it's been a wonderful day, bro.
It's always a wonderful day when you above ground, man.
Yeah. Nah, you know what?
It's always a wonderful day when you're above ground.
I was saying today, man. Somebody said something like, "I'm blessed by His grace. Just His grace is enough." And I was like, I think about that sometimes, bro, because it's like people say that, but that's under the guise that you don't deserve that grace. Like you don't deserve this.
Break it down what you mean, because I've heard that statement a lot. So the person said did they say it again?
They said that it's just to have His grace is a blessing.
Break down what is having someone's grace? We know they're talking about, God and this.
Yeah,
aspect.
they're saying that just to have His grace is good enough to make my day, right? And I'm like, man, I think about people who have horrible days, man. Like let's say somebody who got shot in a drive-by who was an innocent bystander and now he can't walk.
Yeah.
And like I wake up and be like, dang, and just to be alive is a good thing. But then in the same breath, I'm like, damn, why did shit happen to me? Why did this happen to me? I wasn't doing anything. I've always been a follower of, you know what I'm saying? Like, so are you saying that I'm not good enough because you're not showing me grace? Are you putting me through trials?
I wouldn't say that. Me personally, how I look at it when I say that, in my mind it can always be worse. So, prime example, I was going through some personal shit one day. And to me at that time, the personal stuff, I was going through it in that moment.
Yeah.
And I was just scrolling through my phone.
Yeah.
I saw this like little brief story about this guy that he lived in this metal tube. He was called like the real life Iron Man.
Yeah.
Where I forgot what affliction he had.
Yeah.
But the only way for you to still live was you're literally in this tube. The tube keeps you alive. Mm-hmm. The only thing that was out of the tube was like his neck.
Yeah.
And so he just laid down watching TV, and that's the only thing he can do for his entire life.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that's fucked up. And then I said, well, the shit I'm going through ain't nothing. Because if this person here is going through that and it's still positive, how the hell can I afford to be upset?
But I'm saying, like, that person right there, how they feel. You think, and I'm saying, if they positive, what they positive about, man?
I think that's personal, though. When I say that's personal, that's, whatever you would use to cope through whatever you're going through. If you just look at life as an experience, and I learn from the experiences that I'm going through, and since I can't change it, I don't have the, a crystal ball where I can miraculously change shit. Like I deal with what I deal with when I get it, and I make the best out of everything.
Hell no, fuck that shit. That is. Oh, look, bro.
I mean, that's how you feel about it. I can't knock how you feel about it.
I'm not. No, let me just ask you a serious. I mean, not so serious that we're gonna argue or anything.
No,
just a real question. Yeah. Like, you really think that a motherfucker who like got half an arm and has a malaria, the eyeball, you think this nigga's happy to wake up, bro?
Yeah.
No, man, he's not happy to wake up, man. And even if he is, how and like certain things that happen to people, like people try to find a solace in like saying it could be worse, but sometimes it couldn't. Sometimes it couldn't be worse. So what about them people? How do you think them people around that feel? Like it can't.
But you don't know how that person feels, and that's why I say you don't know how that person feels.
That's the moot point, bro. I would never know how you and I will never ever know how anybody else feels under any circumstances. Not truly because we're not in their brains.
Correct.
But I'm saying that just being a human being and knowing how we deal with adversity.
Yeah.
And you're saying their situation was so bad it made you feel bad about your situation. But I'm saying them people in that situation who they can't look down on nobody. They can't look and say like, oh well, at least I can. Well, you know what I'm saying. So, and I'm saying that sometimes these things happen to them. A drunk driver hit me, man.
But see, when I say that, and I know you're not saying I don't look at it like I'm looking down on somebody. I kind of look at it like, and I kind of look at it like, damn, you know, my day could be going worse than what it is. When I look at how my day is going or how my situation, what my situation is, you know, it could be better. It could be worse.
What about that dude who can't be worse?
It can't. No, I'm saying
not you. I'm take you out of it.
But you don't know. But you don't know how that person copes with whatever they're going through. That person.
Matter.
Listen, bro. It does matter. And when I say it does matter, because you don't know how that person copes with whatever they're coping with. Now, that person who is going through whatever trial they're going through, they might see the light at the end of the tunnel. And whatever that light at the end of the tunnel looks like for them, that's what gives them hope. That's what makes them be excited to be up every day or to wake up every day and to keep working towards whatever that light at the end of the tunnel is for them.
You think okay. I'm gonna say I ain't gonna say you think. I'm saying that we've seen the testimonies of some of these people who live in situations that are dire, right? We've literally seen them live and die in front of us. They got this affliction, could do nothing about it. I'm waking up next day knowing that the only way this ends is with me dying.
Yeah.
And not in a cool way, not in my sleep either. It's going to be a horrible, painful death. Okay. That's the only way it's going to be. I'm going to deteriorate. I'm going to go from what I was to a shell of what I was.
Okay.
And you saying that person wakes up and says, "Man, it's a blessing to be here," and he or she could be like, "Why the fuck do I gotta go through this, man?"
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying that because that is the individuals. That I'm not saying that because that's some individuals different the way they handle it.
I'm asking you how.
I can't answer.
No.
I can't answer that question.
No, I'm asking you, bruh. I'm asking you. You can't see yourself at any point thinking like, "What?" In fact, we know that we've all had something minor happen to us, like a flat tire or something happened that that's just random that threw our day off. You're like, "Why that happened to me? Why the bus stopped in front of me and made me 5 minutes later than I had to be?" Like little stuff. So you telling me somebody who got a random disease that they never had before, and or somebody that gets hit by a stray bullet or hit by a drunk driver, not thinking and their whole entire, I was a track star. I don't have no legs no more, and I'm thinking, I'm glad to wake up. Maybe, but I'm also at some point thinking like, bro, why? What did I do to deserve this? What did I do in life for this to happen to me? Because I was on a path. I wasn't doing the things that you would quote unquote think tragedies would happen to. So my question is like, what's the solace? Like, what's the solace in that? Like, not coming from my point of view, but from their point of view, and not saying it's high or low. Just saying if I'm saying that, at least I have both my feet. That's something I can be thankful for. You don't think that makes them like they would be like, dang, I ain't got my feet.
I got a family member who got half his leg amputated.
Yeah.
My dad actually was the one that went into the house, found him laying there, got him to the hospital. He had to get half his leg amputated. And
I thought you were gonna say your dad was the one who amputated. I was like, man, that's probably been in the country.
And he and this was recently too.
Yeah.
And you know, when you talk to him now, he's just thankful to be alive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's thankful to be alive.
Yeah.
Thankful that my dad and his sister got there in time.
Yeah.
And was just, you know, thankful to be able to be in a position where he could have the healthcare insurance to even get the prosthetic. Because he was like, you know, I see a lot of people out there, A, don't have the ability to get the prosthetic that I got. B, you know, kept cutting, you know, and eventually they passed in a couple of years. And so
how do they feel?
But listen to what I'm saying. But you can't answer. No one can answer that.
No, but bro,
I can't answer.
That's a moot point.
It's not a moot point because you ask me how to listen. Time out. You ask me how they feel.
Yeah.
I'm giving you an example of someone who was in that situation, who was telling us just how thankful they were with their situation.
And I'm saying
So
that
all I'm saying-
even in their explanation, they talked about another set of people
So
who had their affliction but didn't have their blessing.
But time out. But the example I keep giving you is, that's why I keep saying we don't know what those people are going through or what that thought process is for those people.
We do though.
No, you don't. You do not.
We've heard.
I just gave you an example.
No,
about
but we've heard.
Time out. I just gave you an example about someone who got their leg amputated. Now there are examples of people who go through something, and it's not even anything as major as that, and they just I don't want to be here anymore, and they take their lives or some other things. You have examples of that as well.
I'm saying people like when we watch some of these chronicles on cancer patients or AIDS patients, right? That know that we're just trying to fight stages. Once I get to stage 4, I know I'm gonna die, right? I caught cancer from my grandma's house because it was old and it had a best. I didn't have no choice or no but nobody else in my family caught this. I'm the only one.
Yeah, I seen my grandma fight cancer like that, ultimately pass, and she was just, each day she woke up, she was excited. Each day she woke up, she was excited to be alive and to be able to see her loved ones for another day. And she had that spirit until she passed. My old man fought cancer.
Okay.
And to this day, my old man takes. I'm just happy to be here to be with my family, to spend time with my family.
Yeah.
Because this could have been over with X amount of years ago when I got this diagnosis.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people who got the same diagnosis I got and was gone within X amount of months.
Okay.
And he was able to beat it. And while he was going through it, he was, hey, I'm just happy to be here and still have another chance, another fighting chance, regardless of what it is. So you have some people who have that attitude. You also have some people who have the attitude of, yeah, I don't want to deal with this shit, man. Take me now. So,
question.
Yeah.
You also have some people who don't like, and that's why I'm saying, I'm talking about not the people who even have a family to look forward to see. I'm on the street and I got cancer, or I'm the oldest of my family. I'm the person. I was going to work yesterday and a fucking earthquake hit, man, and took out my whole entire job and my family. I'm the last one left, and I got no arm and no leg, and some other stuff going on, and ain't no job for me to have, and I don't have no insurance. I didn't have no. You know what I'm saying? Like it could pile up to where I'm in a position, and I'm saying not that they won't want, because the will to live, I understand, is amazing, right? Okay. But then in the same breath, what cognizant being is not gonna try to figure out or even think about, like, why did this random ass shit happen to me?
Oh, I ain't say that. I never said that.
And then if it happened to me, what did I do to make this happen, man? Is there anything like?
I never. So that
it's 40 million songs. People like, God, please help me. Tell me what I did to be the why she had to leave me, or what, asking what I do to make this happen.
Well, that's not the same. That's not. I don't think that. So that conversation ain't the same conversation of just how you deal with it. Like, yeah, if something happens to you and you want to question why it happened, okay, I'm questioning why it happened.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm still looking for the positive in what I'm doing to get through it. I can question why I'm going through it all day long. And when things have happened to me, sometimes I have said, man, why this shit happen to me? But also while I'm sitting here like, why this shit happen to me? I'm also trying to figure out, all right, how can I get past this? And there have been times where I ask questions like, damn, why this shit happen to me on this day? And I'm like, all right, well, I can get through it. How can I get through it?
Yeah.
And then while I'm dealing with that situation, I kind of just take a step or two back and look at the overall situation. Was like, damn, it could be worse. You know what I'm saying?
But you had that luxury. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think that's the luxury.
Yeah, the luxury to say it could be worse. You had the luxury.
No, it's not a luxury, bro.
It was people sitting in a camp, watching they kids and they neighbors and they friends and they family members get taken into a thing and put to death.
Yeah,
and they couldn't, and they knew that was coming next.
Yeah, that's a fucked up situation.
And they knew that was coming next. You think that they was, but they wasn't killing themselves though, because that will to live is something that you like. That's above all. Whether you're an atheist or the most staunchest, whatever you are, you want to live. Your will to live is strong, right? So I understand me waking up, but then at some, I'm like, dang, like, man, what did I do to be sitting here in this situation? It can't get no worse. It can't get no worse than waiting to die. It can't get no worse than waiting to die and not knowing how you're gonna die, but knowing it's gonna be painful and knowing it. And I'm at the same time I'm withering away. I'm eating slop. And there's been many instances of that throughout time. And I'm not saying that. I'm just saying those people. Of course, there's no way we can know exactly what they was thinking. But I'm just thinking to myself, how am I find the positive? How would I, me personally, find the positive in this?
No, I don't know. I think that's a question for you for within. That's a question for you.
Some of these atrocities were so grand that people received monies and reparations because it's like, man, we understand that just having to go through that is something that we have to compensate you for that because that was just them. That's wrong. That's what reparations is about. Reparations is about saying, hey, man, none of y'all was alive. Not one person on this planet was alive during slavery. But they saying that the atrocities were so vicious and they did so many wrong things to people and traumatized and hurt and stole and rampaged from people so bad that you should be paying them back right now. Their ancestors back. So I mean, I get you though, but to say that it can be better. Man, I'm on a slave ship and I'm chained up, man. I'm chained up and I don't know where I'm going. I'm waking up thinking it's gonna be better. I'm waking up out of habit.
What do you mean I'm waking up thinking it could be better? I didn't say that.
I'm asking you.
I never said it could be. I didn't say that.
You did. I'm not saying. I'm making the rhetorical question to the person that.
I think you want to. I think the word you're trying to say is, am I waking up thinking it could be worse? Instead of saying I'm waking up thinking it could be
either
better.
Or. I'm saying I'm
not. If I'm in that situation, I'm definitely not gonna. I mean, yeah, I can wake up with hope and be like, all right, it got to get better because it can't get no worse than this. And I don't because I in my mind I've hit the lowest of lows. So in my mind, I might not even be able to fathom it can get any worse than where I'm at right now. So in my mind, all it is up. Now, oh, that's funny to you?
Yes, man.
How is that funny to you?
Because what it sounded like you said, and this is a picture in my head that I heard you say. You say that I'm chained up in a ship, and I'm thinking, well, shit, it can't go up from. It can only go up from here.
That's not technically what I said.
Not technically, but that's
what I said was I think because I said your question was, I'm waking up every day thinking it's going to be better, and I'm saying no, I don't think that's the word you're looking for. We were talking about saying that, well, it could be worse.
I'm saying what word? How worse?
And then you said better or worse. So I just gave an example of that. I'm not saying that was the thought process of slaves. Honestly, I don't know that thought process. I don't know how I would handle that situation. So
you think you'd be positive?
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. I can't put myself in the mind state of being chained up in a slave ship in a plank position for months, traveling across the seas, not knowing where I'm going. I couldn't answer that question for you right now.
And why is that?
But because I'm not in that situation.
But why is it that okay? Because the situation is so grandeur, bro. That's why. If it was like I could,
but I'm not. I'm not debating that though.
No, I'm saying, but if I asked you, man, can you tell me when you feel like when it's hot? You'd be like, yeah, man. You know,
but I've experienced that.
Exactly. But I'm saying, even if what you think about if it was 150 degrees, you ain't experienced it. Be like, shit. Well, if I sweat hard at 105, I'll fucking, right? You can have a.
But if you ask me, I think I would feel at 150. I'd be like, it's probably too hot for me to be outside. I'm gonna be outside.
But still, if you had to be out at 150, or if you was in the desert and you were doing something in the desert and it got to 140, you could have an inkling of, oh well, I know it's gonna be super hot because if this, I've been hot and I've been hotter than I should be. You can't even fathom the amount of despair that is in this situation. I'm saying I can't either.
In my mind, I would be like, I would probably be the hopeless of hopeless. I would feel like, shit, what is there left to live for? That's my thought process now.
Yeah.
Thinking about that situation of what I've been taught and what I've seen.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you also don't know what the end of the light for you might be with shit. I just can't wait till I die right here. And dying right there before you get to where you're going, that might be the positive for you. Like I said, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to know unless I was in that situation. But I think all of it is I think ultimately the answer is predicated to that person and how they deal with whatever they deal with.
That's every answer.
It's not every answer, but
How?
this is a very
That's every answer.
This is a very personal, specific topic we're talking about that 98% of the time is going to be predicated on how that person deals with said adversity or things when they go through it.
So if I ask 100 people 100 questions, it's not possible I can get 100 answers, different answers.
Of course you will, Bug, but
It's different people. So because every single person can have their right.
I don't know what we're talking about now.
No, you said that the answer is dependent
because
on,
we're
on
talking
the individual.
because we're talking about specifically how someone would deal
Yeah.
with adversity or trauma. So when you're asking someone how they personally would deal with adversity,
Yeah.
you're not going to get a generic answer across the board. You're going to get an answer that's predicated to that person, how they personally deal with their trauma.
Yes, every single person. What I'm saying, you're right. Every single person gonna tell you something how they personally feel, and I'm saying that. And we can move on to this, but I'm saying that what I'm saying is that if I had 100 people in this position, and I had a chance to ask each one of those people, you're not going to have a wide spectrum of answers because these are some of the most dire situations that a human being could be in any situation. This is such a vile and despair type situation. Like there's people dead around me. I'm seeing people around me dead. I can't even kill myself. I'm tied up to the point where I can't even harm myself. So even if I did have well, dying is the best thing for me, man. I gotta die a slow, painful death, and I've seen it happen on side of me. And so what I'm saying is, what I'm asking is there them people in that situation? It's no way in the world they thinking they're not thinking about no positivity waking up when they wake up. They probably don't want to wake up. I'm getting woken up with water to my face or something, right? Or somebody dying on me. That is a place I'm like, they not a positive wake up, or they're not.
I would say that that's the most extreme of extreme, like Holocaust survivors or people who dealt with that, people enslaved and dealt with slavery. Those were war prisoners of war. Those might be the extreme of extremes.
I mean, so about homeless people downtown.
To bring it full circle back to the original statement that was made about the person that was happy about just waking up in God's grace.
Yeah,
I just think maybe it's the way they look at life.
Yeah, I just said that, and my whole point was, like I said at the beginning, was like, not saying they shouldn't feel that way. It's just interesting how the perspective of something is dictated, or not dictated, or is trying to, there's a perspective, right? And so I got a perspective about this thing, whatever it is, about the color yellow, and I'm like, man, if you don't think yellow's the best color, then man, you wrong.
Yellow's a horrible color.
Then I said, like, how wrong are you? You so wrong that it could cost you a job over here. It can cost you your salvation. It can cost you. We don't hang people who don't think yellow is. In that faction is how things is perspective. Like we always talk about on this pod. Like, there's a chance that it could be just one entity speaking to different people different ways, right? I speak to you in Hindu. I speak to you in English. I speak to you in this, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying, if you speak that language, that means you're not with us, right? That's how people do. All those Turks over there, we don't mess with them Turks. Or those Jews over there, whatever it is. All that being said, man, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it is crazy. Hey, man, so I saw some shit on YouTube, Flashback Thursday or some shit.
Yeah.
Throwback Thursday.
Throwback Thursday.
And it was me and you. Mm-hmm. We were talking about Sci-Hi Prince. Mm-hmm. Sci-Hi the Prince. Mm-hmm. And that whole argument that we had. I think that was the first time I looked back at it and just listened to it and was able to reflect. And so as I was listening to it, I was like, all right. I still feel the same way I felt then. But I said, you know what? And all right, I don't want to get into an argument.
No. Go ahead.
But I was like, you know what? Something weird about this conversation.
Yeah.
Boogie might not be telling the truth.
About what?
And so, first thing that came to my mind was the Diamond record argument. Ye don't have none.
I said they didn't have none.
No, that wasn't true. He has one.
Oh, he has one?
Yeah.
Which one?
I think it was Stronger.
Okay, that one's side written.
Nah, it wasn't. It just had nothing to do with who wrote it.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not that. How many is it?
It's just one.
That's about how many Diamond. I said it was only like 5. I said it was the ones I read from that list was like 5 or 6.
Oh, I didn't take too much of it. Now in defense, in your defense,
Yeah.
it came. You know, it was about 13 years later. It took about 13 years for it to go diamond.
Okay.
I don't know how quickly some of these albums do go diamond. I'm pretty sure that some of these songs don't go diamond first week. You know,
Yeah. Of course not.
Yeah,
But
so-
you know, Travis Scott and them going diamond is quicker because that wasn't long ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So then I went down the rabbit hole of writers credits on Sicko Mode. Because while I was listening to it, there were some things that you said that I could agree with on the stance of if I am a writer, if I'm an artist
Yeah.
who's penning some stuff,
Yeah.
I should get some credit for that with the label. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that me, Sci-Hi the Prince, should get Travis Scott, Drake budget.
Yeah.
I was saying that you got to go get hot in the streets first.
Yeah.
I think as I reflect back on it, it should fall somewhere in the middle. I shouldn't have to totally go get hot in the streets. I should get some, bro, I wrote that. I should get some, hey, I wrote that. I need to get some credit, you know, and give me a little bit of a budget.
Yeah.
I still need to prove I can do it for myself, or I can be the driving force behind it.
Yeah.
But you know, so I can agree with some of the stuff you were saying. But I went down a rabbit hole of writers' credits because as I was listening to what you were saying,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Man, Sci-Hi wrote that shit."
Well, so he had
But hold on,
to do with it.
and I was like, "What's
Yeah.
talking about? What part did Sci-Hi write?" And this wasn't like a knock to you. I really was like,
Yeah.
What did he write?
Yeah.
Did he write Drake's verse? I doubt it. I'm not sure if he wrote Travis Scott verse. So then I just started going down
Yeah.
the writers,
Okay.
and it fucked me up
Yeah.
because one of the second or third names that popped up as a writer getting writers credit
Yeah.
was H.A.Dub.K, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, he on the hook.
I know, and I forgot.
Oh, okay.
But I was just like, damn, because it pops up.
Yeah, and somebody, it was Dub K and somebody else on it too, right?
Yeah, well, it's Big and Dub.
Okay,
So
yeah,
it's Biggie,
Yeah.
and then it's H.A.Dub.K. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
For everybody who ain't from H-Town, that's Hawk. You know what I'm talking about? Rest in peace, H.A.Dub.K. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Southside legend. You know what I'm talking about? Brother the Fat Pat. You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah. And then I went down the laundry list of writers, and there's like 15 niggas credited with writing on the song.
Well, as you see, like it's some samples in that song. So,
Yeah, I know that,
so
but
I
it's
mean,
like
some of them samples are big enough to have their writers credit up. You know what I'm saying?
So, with that being said, what did Sci-Hi write? Or does anyone know?
I mean, you have to ask them. I don't know. They might have an NDA or I don't know exactly. It's like to me, that's similar as to the Drake stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or to any of these people that's got ghostwriters.
Oh, no, I ain't tripping. I just was wondering if...
I don't know.
And this ain't a knock to Sci-Hi. I was just wondering if you heard a recognizable, like, stamp. Like, that's... I could hear the Sci-Hi in that.
That's a good writer, though.
It's lit.
That's a good writer. A good
Yeah.
writer. Like, I done heard some Puff stuff that I didn't know was Royce. I done heard some Dre stuff that I ain't... Like, nobody knew that Still was Jay-Z until it came out. Until people said until it came out that he wrote that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
You know what I'm saying? Because he wrote the shit out that shit, man.
Nah, he did that.
What would I say? Chris Rock, man. Chris Rock.
You know what, though? And then we're going to talk about Chris Rock.
Yeah.
After I found out he wrote that, when you go back and listen to the song with the ear of Jigga Pin this,
Yeah.
you can hear it.
That's what it is. It's like you can kind of
Yeah,
hear
you
it.
can kinda hear it.
You can kind of hear it, but even still, like you still be like, shit. If I had to think about your catalog, I had to think about Jigga.
Oh, yeah, I want to think about it.
You know what I'm saying?
Because Snoop done made it so when you hear the hook,
Yeah.
that's when I'm like, okay, I can 100% hear Jay-Z in the hook.
Yeah.
But Snoop made that shit so West Coast,
Still.
you don't. I can see it, and then when I go back and listen to music too, you definitely I'm like, shit, all right, M wrote that for Dre. I 100% know
Yeah, you
Eminem
can
wrote that
hear
for Dre.
Yeah. What'd you say? It's where where all the mad rappers at?
Oh yeah. What he said? Yeah. Still forgot about Dre.
Yeah.
Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they're moving the lips. Just a bunch of gibberish motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. So what do you say to somebody? Hey, yeah, it's the same cadence. Let's
It's
go.
hard to even hear. I can't think of Dre verse because I hear Eminem voice, but I know he's where all the mad rappers at. Like, bro, you shout the you ain't never shout the mad rapper. You know, Eminem had a song with the mad rapper. But anyway, Chris Rock, I didn't see it. I didn't see the whole thing. I saw a bunch of snippets, but
I saw clips of it.
I there's something that keeps coming up, man, that I've been saying for a while, man. I've been saying this.
But hold on, before you say it, you forgot the most important thing, bro. We keep forgetting it.
What's the name of this podcast?
Oh man, I'm glad you asked.
Now let's begin the story.
I ain't your average cat. I slap box with lions. Ever since the 5th grade, kickball with tires. Made a mini fortune off a ripped off appliance. Money wanted stove back, hit dog with irons. Boogie need to find God.
You been listening to the Joe Budden
That's why I
podcast?
robbed the Deacon house. Man, quit your lying. I did it and do it again and then repeat.
H-Town's finest 16 Shots podcast.
I'm liking with the flavor.
Yes. It is us. It is the magnificent 16 Shots podcast with Young James Boogie. Hey, y'all, Dub.
Tell me how you took it. I'm gonna tell you what I meant.
All right, keep going. Talk
But
about
like,
it, King.
I feel like you're magnificent.
Fuck, I got tongue tied.
Kind of got caught up, man, because I was like, I thought she was finna break out into the West Coast. We need to have a new intro, bro. I thought she was gonna come. I would think you're gonna come shock the world with a new intro every time. But
You want a new intro every part?
I mean, that would be live. That'd be fire, man.
All right.
Chris Rock supposedly went in a couple times on Will Smith and Jada Pinkett and their whole situation. First off, do you think that he should have just left it alone, or how do you think he looks at the end of the day?
I'm gonna answer the questions the way you asked them because I have a whole thought process about it. So, first question was what?
Do you think he should have left it alone, or do you think he should have just,
He's a comedian.
yeah.
One, it happened on national TV.
Mm-hmm.
So since it happened nationally, he can address it nationally if that's what. He can address it nationally. So regardless of how I feel about it, he has his right to address it on his stand up show as he did.
I see.
What's question number 2?
What do you think Will Smith gonna do?
I don't think Will Smith publicly can do anything because this is my whole thought process behind it. Do I think Will Smith should have slapped Chris Rock on national TV? Yeah. No, I don't. They clearly have had a back and forth for a minute. They clearly had the issue before he made the jokes, and he made the jokes. Will shouldn't have slapped him on national TV that's the Oscars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Will shouldn't have smacked him live on the Oscars. If Will truly had an issue with Chris Rock, had an issue with the comedy or the jokes, or felt like he was targeting his wife, they cut to commercial break, and when Chris Rock walks to the back, if he would have got up, walked on stage, and walked to the back and smacked him, I feel like that would have been better.
What if Will Smith told Chris Rock, if you tell a joke about my wife, I'm smacking you on site? What if you told him that before the show even started?
Chris Rock still would have told a joke, for one, and I mean,
I'm saying if he said,
I don't think that nah.
that's your assumption because he might have told him that, bro.
Nah, I mean, no. You asked me.
He walked up to
you talking about. You asked me what I thought if that's what he told you, and I just told you. I just think he probably still would have told the joke.
Yeah, I'm saying. So, do you think he's still wrong for slapping on that in that essence?
Yeah, I think either way.
There's no way he could have been right for slapping. I'm just asking. I'm not either side of it.
No. First off, I feel like, yeah, you slapped the nigga. You wrong for slapping the nigga. All right. First off the back, you wrong. You slapped him, you wrong for slapping him. But I will say this: if you felt like y'all have had this conversation and it got to the point where you had to put your hands on him, I wish you would have did it away from the cameras. But since because what? Go ahead.
I'm asking you because why?
Oh, I just think it's a bad look. I think
For who?
I think it's a bad look for both of these accomplished comedians. These two guys are accomplished men of color in the entertainment world.
Yeah.
And it just was, to me, it wasn't a good look for us, not even as black people. It just wasn't a good look for our comedian actors or whatever you call them, for you to slap that man on national TV. But whatever, you slapped him on national TV. I wish you would have did it backstage, but whatever the issue that they had been going back and forth with, because they clearly, after listening to Chris Rock, they clearly have had a back and forth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So whatever it was serious enough. Where Will felt like he had to go slap him on stage.
If I come to you for the show, be like, hey man, look, bro, you a comedian?
Yeah,
I know you make jokes, make fun of jokes, man, but my wife, this is something big for me.
Yeah.
You ain't look at these white folks out here, man. I'm finna win this award, bro.
I am.
You ain't finna, don't talk about don't leave my wife, just leave us out this, man. Let us have this day. You can talk about me as much as you want to. I ain't gonna say shit anywhere else. But here right now today, man, you try me, bro, I'm gonna smack shit at you.
You might as well smack me now, because I'm gonna say that shit as soon as I get out there, nigga.
Okay, try me then.
I will.
Right? So do you think in that
Exactly, that's it. That's how it would have if it was me.
Yeah, I'm saying in that instance, because I think he knew. Because what I'm saying, well, the reason why I think Chris Rock knew from the beginning is that when Will got up, he was right. He wasn't like how is a man gonna get up, walk towards you, and you don't even flinch? Like you already know.
See,
I'm testing your gangster, man.
See, because a piece of that is, I think that they had enough rapport between the two of them. I don't think Chris Rock really thought Will was gonna slap him.
But what if he told him this? This is what I'm saying. This is a theory. I could be dead wrong, but I'm saying
I'm rolling with like it's your theory.
I'm saying, look, I done told Chris Rock I'm gonna smack you, and Chris Rock with his smart like, nigga, you ain't gonna smack anybody on national TV. I'm telling my joke. That's what I told you. Right?
Yeah.
So now when you get up on stage, like I'm like, man, you playing the fool. You know what I'm saying? Or as Chris Rock, I might think, oh, he finna do a bit with me, man. He gonna make it a big thing and we gonna laugh it out. He ain't gonna really smack me. He's gonna, stop making them jokes, man. We talked about it before the show, y'all. But I didn't make any type of move as if I was unexpected of a person being on stage while I'm talking until I got hit.
Yeah, I don't think. Nah, that's what I'm saying. Because of who they are, I don't. If I roll with your analogy, he told him that shit. I feel like if he would have told him that, then Rock would have moved out the way, or Rock would have braced himself. Rock would have did something. If they had the conversation,
but why I'm testing your gangster the whole way through as Rock.
But these ain't gangsters though.
I know. I'm saying. I mean, metaphorically speaking.
Even that. No, they not, bro.
I'm saying like not even the gang. I'm saying I'm gonna see how far you gonna. You done told me this already, and so I told you what I think you're not gonna do. Right? I done told you I don't think you're gonna do this, man. So I'm gonna test you to see if you're gonna do it the whole way through. It's no time. Just think about this. There's no time in any award show when somebody's talking and a person that's not supposed to be there walk up that they don't even like look around at the stage manager. Or it's like when Lil Mama got on stage with Jay-Z, first thing somebody, it's gonna be somebody, but they didn't. He didn't move.
Yeah, like Source Awards. If the op come on the stage, everybody bracing for the fade. What I'm saying is,
that's what I'm saying. So why?
Because that nigga ain't the op, bro.
But I already told you.
No, you did. That's how I know he didn't. That's how I know he didn't say, I'm gonna slap you, bro. I don't think he ever said that. To be honest with you, I think the only reason why Will got up was because Jada was not laughing. Because Will was laughing at Joker first. And then Jada didn't find that shit funny.
I don't know if he's laughing. I think he was like, that nigga, he wasn't laughing like, hi, like, this nigga testing me, man.
It wasn't that this nigga tested me because you know what? I'm only can think about how I would react if it's me and my wife, bro.
Yeah.
So if it's me and my wife and I already know it's tense and he say that shit, I'm not finna laugh and then kind of see my wife looking at me sideways, like off the rip.
She look at you sideways because I was right there when you told me you gonna smack him.
Off the rip. When I see he's going down. When did he say leave my name? He said it after he slapped him, right?
Yeah.
Now, if me and you got if me and you got a problem,
Yeah.
the moment I see you going down that road again, I'm gonna be like, hey man, nah. What I told you. I thought the shit was fake. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought the entire shit was fake. The way he walked up, the way he slapped him, the way he turned around and fixed his coat.
Though, man.
The way he walked around and fixed his coat. You know what I'm saying? That shit looked fake. But with that being said, I don't think Chris Rock knew he was finna get smacked. But, again, you do have a lot of people who live by the motto of a disrespectful tongue deserves a disrespectful ass whooping. So I truly feel like this.
He from North Philly, bro.
Who?
Will Smith.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like this. I feel like, hey, Chris Rock fucked around and found out.
Yeah.
He got the shit slapped out of him because he was talking reckless about a man wife. Regardless of what their relationship is, that's that man wife. We don't know how he truly feel. You got the shit slapped out of you for talking reckless about somebody's wife.
Yeah.
You didn't learn your lesson because you're back up here talking reckless about somebody's wife.
But this one.
But hold on, though. He has the right to do it because he got slapped nationally, so he can handle it however he wants to handle it nationally.
Yeah.
But you clearly ain't learned because you didn't double down and triple down on it now. You being more vocal. Then you called a woman a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't like niggas like that.
I don't know.
Let me finish. I don't like niggas like that. I don't like these dudes who hide behind being a comedian or they hide behind talking this cash money shit. And then when a nigga do something to them, now they want to call the laws or they want to cry for help. Nah, you initiated that. You kept throwing the kerosene on the fire, and now it went boom. Okay. And after you didn't douse the fire with kerosene, and it went boom, and you got burnt. Now you want to be mad at the fire. No.
Okay. My response is 100% in joke before we get any further. Well, it's serious, but it's a joke. It's joking. Ha 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 ha. Okay.
All right.
That's the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard in my whole life.
But that's because you one of them niggas. No. That's because you are the kerosene tosser.
No. Watch this. How many times do you think Will Smith was sitting there in front of Chris Rock, and Chris Rock was telling a joke about somebody else's wife, and he laughed?
All the time.
So how come, if we know that this man's job is to talk about people's wives, whether they're somebody's wives or they're somebody's girlfriend, that's his job. That's what he does. Mm-hmm. And you was complacent. You was okay with it when he did it over there. But when he did it over here, you feel like because he did it to me, nah, you can't do it to me.
I got an answer for you.
But but if you're going to laugh, not like you saying about them, but if you're going to laugh about it, if you complacent, you okay with them and knowing they feeling the same way you feeling, then you can't get up there and be like, oh, man, you can't say to me. That you can't take your feeling about how you feel disrespected about something.
So,
but then when it hit somebody else, you complacent with it.
I'll say this. You can't be the person who goes to the comedy show.
Yeah.
And it's probably the same example you're saying. You can't be the person who goes to the comedy show and you laughing when the comic is roasting a person in the front row.
Yeah.
And then get mad when the comic roasts you.
Yeah.
Because it's a comedy show.
Exactly.
And when you go there, a part of the bit is the comics roasting the people in the front row.
Exactly.
All right, cool. So I don't think you can get mad at that.
But it's the same thing.
Let me finish though.
Yeah.
Now, from what it sounds like, it sounds like that they, when I say they, Chris Rock and Jada Pinkett, Will Smith, have had some sort of personal situation, issue, misunderstanding, whatever it is. So now, if I'm the comic, and I know this ain't comedy no more because we actually have an issue.
Is niggas laughing?
Let me finish. No, people are laughing.
Exactly.
No, people are laughing.
Yeah, man.
No, other people are
I
laughing.
know.
But me and you,
Yeah.
prime example. I'm the comic.
Yeah.
You, JB.
Boom.
And me and you you and your wife have a personal issue.
Boom.
Now, the other people who ain't us three,
Yeah.
they don't have that personal issue. So
Yeah.
they just laughing because it's comedy.
Yeah.
But me and you, it's personal. You've already had a conversation like, hey man, I ain't feeling that shit. Because it ain't comedy.
Hold on.
We have an issue. We going back and forth.
It's been publicly stated that Jada and Will were not. It's public that they were not fond of Chris Rock's jokes about her, right?
But it was
Right?
it had something to do with her saying that he shouldn't host the Oscars for some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like some petty bullshit.
Regardless though, so the people who are laughing, that are not us three, are very much aware that we have tension.
Yeah, but they don't. They might
you
not.
mean?
But they might not know. So they might not entirely know everything that's going on behind the scenes.
But they know we have tension.
That don't mean nothing.
What you mean? So you telling me? Hold on.
We
You
know.
can't- you can't
We
diminish
know.
that
We know.
part, bro.
We know Chuck and Shaq have tension, right?
Nah, bro. They
Yes,
don't
we
have
do.
tension, man.
No. We know at a time. No, there was a time when Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal had tension.
Okay. And they were on the same show?
I don't know. I'm just using that as an example.
Okay, go ahead.
We know that there was a point in time they had tension. So that we don't. But we don't know.
I don't
Time
know.
out. But we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know how bad the tension is. We don't know how they worked it out. We don't know if they worked it out. Like you don't know. You just might know that. Well, I know Chuck and Shaq historically don't like each other.
But I'm saying that Chuck and Shaq, when Chuck and Shaq had their fight in Houston,
I'm talking about after that. I'm talking about after that. And I'm not.
Hold on, that's what I'm saying. His mom called his mom.
Boogie. I understand
So
that.
I'm saying, so you think in between after that they got bad?
It's not what I think. It's not what I think.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. We know they've had tension in the past. They take jabs at each. Promise them. They take jabs at each other on the show.
Yeah, but that's his.
But time out.
Yeah.
They take jabs at each other on the
Okay,
show.
keep going.
We know they've had tension.
Yeah.
We don't know the back end of that. Now, the back end of it could be they're good. They just have fun taking jabs at each other.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is to everyone else, yeah, we know. Honestly, I didn't know Chris Rock, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Will Smith had tension with each other until after the slap. After the slap happened, that's when I received more information about the history of the tension that they had. So just like probably a lot of the people in the world, they didn't know Chris Rock and Will Smith had issues. That's
had
why.
to know.
No, they didn't. That's why a lot of people. I ain't gonna say half because I don't know. A lot of people were like me when they saw that shit. They're like, man, I thought that was playing because. They on my phone. I got several texts from people. And they was like, "Man, y'all seen this bullshit ass skit that they did?" Because people thought
That's just your. You're talking about your friend circle.
I'm just.
That's what I'm saying because
That's specific, bro.
no, that's what I'm saying because I'm saying you telling me that they had Entertainment Tonight and these major publications talked about the joke from last year, not this one that had slapped, but the one before when she wasn't there when he was like, "Jada Pinkett ain't show up, nobody cares." Like they talked about that. They talk about every monologue to an extent. When
I didn't even know. I'm telling you, I didn't know about that one
yeah,
until after the slap. I didn't know.
and it's not a knock on you or anything. I'm not saying. I'm just saying that. But this was in Entertainment Tonight.
Bro, I couldn't tell you where I could see information from Entertainment
This
Tonight.
was
I know it was a show that used to come on. It still come on?
Yeah.
Shit, I couldn't
This
tell
is on Entertainment. This was in publications that goes out to millions of people. So I'm saying that it was not. If you didn't know about it,
The
it's
Inquirer
because-
go out to millions of people. I can't tell you what's going on in there.
Exactly, but there are many people that can.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, it's just saying that I don't read the Inquirer. I do. I keep up with the on my phone. I have Smart News, so I can go U.S., local, entertainment, sports. But I do that probably twice a day. You know what I'm saying? Just so I can know what's going on in the world. But I'm saying you can say there are a lot of people who didn't know, but there was a lot of people that did know.
Pretty sure it was.
Yeah, there's more people that probably knew who follow entertainment than people who don't follow entertainment. because it was a big thing in entertainment.
That's fine. I'm not gonna argue that point.
But yeah, man, I don't know. I think it's weird, man.
And fuck Chris Rock, bro.
Why you gotta fuck Chris Rock, man?
Because he ain't funny. And that's the other piece. That's the other. You're right. To me, he's funny to a lot of people. So I can't say he's not funny.
Yeah.
I will say to me, Chris Rock's comedy is not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Just he's had funny moments. I've laughed. I ain't gonna sit here and say I never laughed at a Chris Rock joke. He has funny moments, but he's not like laugh out loud funny. Ha 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 ha. No, he's not.
You know,
Bernie Mac can't say the entertainer. He ain't shit. He ain't even DL Hughley, bro.
He's way better than you. I was with you, and then I was 100% with you even earlier. But I just in my head remembered that he's responsible for maybe two of the funniest movies to ever be filmed.
Who is?
Chris Rock.
Okay, let's go down this rabbit hole.
He's responsible for two of the most funny movies that were probably ever put.
He's responsible for two of the most funniest movies. Give me the first movie.
The first movie, I don't know which one came first. Yeah, Head of State. When he was the president.
Well, he was like the local politician dude that ran for president.
Yeah, but it wasn't like Eddie Murphy where he scammed people. It was like he backdoored and he kind of won some kind of flyway. He won. I think he used somebody's name. I don't know how it was, but it was fun. Head of State, Wanda Sykes was in there. It was funny. Head of State was.
It probably was funny because Wanda Sykes was in there, bro. Wanda Sykes makes everything funny.
She had a bit piece. I mean, Head of State was funny though. Head of State was funny.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue that one. What's the next one? Even though I'm gonna say nah, but what's the next one?
Pootie Tang, man.
Man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Tipitana.
Pootie Tang was not funny because of Chris Rock. It was funny because
he's producer.
I'm talking about the company. I'm not talking about what he did behind the scenes. I'm talking about actual jokes and his commit. Look, I'm not saying behind the scenes and production and all of that. I'm talking about my visual, his jokes. We talked about this. He screams at people during his comedy. I don't like it.
I mean, yeah, he's a screamer. Pause.
I mean, if you tell me Everything Hates Chris, you roll it in there. Yeah, Everything Hates Chris was pretty funny.
That was pretty funny, and that was him, man. That was him talking.
Yeah, Everybody Hates Chris was pretty funny.
2003, man. God, they had a state.
Pootie Tang was funny because of Pootie Tang was funny.
Yeah.
Because it had, what is it? Is it foresight? Is the word I'm looking for?
Maybe. I don't know. What are you saying?
I feel like Pootie Tang, they went to the future and saw what was going on with hip hop in 2016.
Yeah.
And then went back and said, you know what? He ain't even got to say nothing.
Tippy-tippy-tie.
Yeah.
Tippy-tippy-tie.
And then the belt, bro. The belt was funny too.
Yeah.
And then like Biggie Small.
I don't know, man.
What was Wanda Sykes' name? That's what I'm saying.
Big Little.
Yeah, Wanda Sykes made it funnier, bro. Not Chris Rock.
Robin Gibbons was in it. Chris Rock was good in Head of State.
Who was the dude who was the ladies' man?
Oh, that's Tim Andrews.
He's funnier than Chris Rock.
Hold on. You ever seen Down to Earth?
Huh?
Down to Earth.
Who's in it?
Chris Rock. When the white dude dies, he come back in his body.
Man,
have you ever seen Top 5? I know you've seen Top 5.
I probably have, but I don't like it.
With Tracy Morgan and all the comedians.
Yeah, you name it funnier people. Yeah.
But that was a Chris Rock movie, man.
Look, I'm not saying production wise. Look, I'm not saying Chris Rock isn't a talented GOAT. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for me.
Hold on. CB4?
I can't say nothing bad about CB4.
CB4, man.
Can't say
CB.
But I thought CB4 was like a ripoff of Death of a Black Hat.
It kind of was, but still, it was hard though.
That was. I
got another one for you, man.
I can't get mad at CB4.
I got nothing. I'm gaining Chris Rock was what about The Longest Yard?
Now let me. That was Adam Sandler, bro.
And it was Caretaker, bro.
Nobody was watching that shit for Caretaker.
Bro.
It was Adam Sandler. It was Terry Crews with the cheeseburgers in jail. It was Michael Irvin and Stone Cold. That's how a white boy run the ball. You know what I'm talking about?
Bro, every Adam Sandler line, every funny line was on the heels or followed up with Caretaker.
Who's funnier, Adam Sandler or Chris Rock?
Adam Sandler funny.
I did. So yeah.
But still, he was funnier. But then he played a serious role.
Who?
Adam Sandler trying to play a serious role now. He kind of the man. Chris Rock had all the one-liners in Longest Yard, bro.
Well, he's the comedian.
Yeah. Oh no, he in that. Hey.
And Tracy Morgan was funnier too. The cheerleader.
I see you. Hey, he gonna talk to me. That's why you got the little mole on your booty. I don't know what you're talking about.
So who's funnier, Jamie Foxx, Chris Rock? Be honest.
Jamie Foxx is the funniest. Is probably one of the funniest people of all time, bro.
100%, bro.
But Chris Rock is not my cup of tea either, bro. But them some horror movies, bro.
You can't take none. I ain't saying he ain't talented. So let's make that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he ain't talented, and anybody who has Chris Rock in a top 5 comedians, I can't argue it because he has talent. He's just not my cup of tea.
His stand up, you know what? I think he's top 10 black actors, comedic actors. He's top 10. Top 10 comedians. I don't personally think so.
Did you see the Saw?
That was horrible, dog. That's not what.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Like he tried to go serious acting.
So did Martin? Have you seen what's that called with Martin? Where he's the cop from Detroit. It just came out, man.
What, recently?
Yeah, man. It's Martin Lawrence, man.
No, I ain't seen that.
It's what's that movie, bro? I feel like it's bad potting, man. But
I feel like Kevin Hart took the serious role way and was good at it. Will Smith
what?
Yeah, bro.
What are you talking about, bro?
You ain't seen a movie where he was helping a paraplegic dude?
You thought that was good?
I liked it.
You thought that was good, though?
Yeah. But I don't think you like Kevin Hart like that.
I mean, Kevin Hart don't like Kevin Hart like that, man.
I don't know about that.
What was his name?
Who's the best comedian that went serious as an actor?
Will Smith.
Was Will Smith ever truly a comedian, though?
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
That doesn't make him a comedian, though. Will Smith was a rapper turned actor.
Parents don't understand.
I don't think that was comedy, though. And for the record, Will Smith go hard, bro.
After
Big Willie style went hard, bro. With no cusses. And I'm still mad at the fact that I got ridiculed about Big Willie style with no cusses.
Like, Will Smith had his...
Will Smith was never a comedian.
When he first came out on the brand new phone, he was hard. He was hard then. After Parents Don't Understand and that little run, it was like three of them he was total goofball.
How hard was Summertime?
That's what I'm saying. He had that whole goofball, and that goofball led into the Fresh Prince.
How hard?
But that's after
How
Summertime
hard
came
was
during
getting
Fresh
jiggy with it, bro?
That was
Getting jiggy with it was after Fresh Prince.
I know that.
Let's keep it a buck, bro.
Let's keep it a buck. We're not gonna say
Big Willie style was after Fresh Prince, bro.
Yeah, but I'm saying we can't say Get Jiggy. It was hard. It was a nice record.
You tripping, bro?
It wasn't hard. Mind Cage. It's called Mind Cage.
See, this is how you get down the rabbit hole of all these niggas calling Michael B. Jordan and Russell Wilson and Will Smith cornballs. Or corny.
John Malkovich.
Let me tell you the truth, bro. I don't want to see nothing where Martin Lawrence is all the way serious.
Bro, then you gotta see this, bro. It's funny. It's funny, bro. You gotta see it. And then he fat down and slow, and he gotta run. He be out of breath. I'm like, oh, they tripping, man. And the John Malkovich character, he always be the psycho.
How old is Martin Lawrence?
In his 50s, gotta be.
Like early 50s, mid 50s?
In his 50s, I'm not sure of where.
Because I seen him, and this was like maybe during the pandemic.
Yeah.
He was eating some Popeyes chicken tenders.
Why is he watching Martin eat Popeyes?
Nah, because it was like on IG, bro. Because it was when Meg had a hottie sauce out or whatever.
Okay.
And he said the oldest shit, bro. He just looked like a fucking 7-year-old. This is Megan Thee Stallion sauce is okay.
Oh, he was eating it?
Yeah, it's like somebody wanted him to give a review of the Meg sauce. And I just was like, who did this? Who put their senior citizen uncle on here?
Martin is...
too goddamn young to be acting that goddamn old.
No, Martin was born in the 60s, man.
How old is Martin Lawrence right now?
Martin Lawrence is 57.
Damn. This nigga 57 years old finna do another
Bad Boys.
He need to quit it, man. I mean,
Man,
Will 51,
why are you age
right?
shaming, man?
Will like 51, right?
Why are you age shaming people, man?
Man, I'm not age shaming at
Like
all.
he got it quick because he's 60. He can go till he's 80, man.
No, I didn't say quit acting.
He can do some more Bad Boys too.
That's horrible potting. Why would you throw this loud ass bottle towards the trash can,
I thought I was gonna go in.
knowing that you ain't knowing that you don't get buckets like that no more?
Oh, there you go with the madness. Okay.
You seen Uncle Drew? I know you watched Uncle Drew.
Yes, Andrew Drew. It's a good movie.
I seen Uncle Drew for the first time like on a flight maybe 2 months ago.
That was some great acting, wasn't it?
I didn't realize Uncle Drew was that good.
It was some great acting, bro.
Let me show you how to get these buckets, youngster.
That's the part I liked. I didn't like his voice.
And so I was like, and I'm sitting here like, all right, I get it. You know, you're supposed to be an old man Kyrie, but why you talking like
a
the black
Lester.
version of Batman?
Yeah, you guys gotta get it together. I'm finna go get my partners.
Oh yeah, you was all right, youngster. You gonna give that to me? And I'm like, you hooping, you know what I'm saying?
You
And
gotta be that calm.
I'm not, you know, I ain't never hooped to the level that you hooped on.
Yeah.
But there was a time in my life where I had a move or two.
Yeah.
So I remember talking shit to people. And I'm like, time out. You mid-game, one-on-one, and you a senior citizen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, you ain't broke no sweat. You ain't out of breath.
And you wearing a full jogging suit, man.
full jogging suit.
Everybody's in shorts.
You got a full fro and a full face on your face of hair, and you
Yeah.
know you ain't out of breath. You ain't got anime. Let me show you some youngster. You gonna give that to me, mama? Hand down, man down.
Yeah.
There go that man. And I'm like,
footwork. See. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that the NBA stars like and the WNBA star, Lisa Leslie and Shaq and Chris Webber, they stole the show. There were some great. Reggie Miller was funny, super funny.
yeah,
Reggie Miller was funnier than Chris Rock in that movie.
yeah. You know what? I was looking at Kyrie, and we say that Kyrie has the best handle the NBA has ever seen. We say
Yeah.
that Kyrie is the best finisher.
Yeah.
For us, you know, being able to get buckets.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know you know Ross Strickland is Ross Strickland who's his godfather, right?
Yeah.
So they showed a side by side comparison.
Yeah.
Bro, he's Ross Strickland.
But he's way
He
colder.
perfected. So this is what I don't know if you can say way colder.
Yeah, he's way colder.
I don't know if you can say way colder.
Ross Strickland never had 30 a game, man.
I don't think Ross. Well,
25. He wouldn't know 25 a game at no point in his career.
I think Ross Strickland is Kyrie Irving is what happens when Ross Strickland or someone of his caliber coached you throughout your youth, and your physical ability, and you put some more sauce on it.
Yeah, Ross Strickland.
Because it's just some shit that Kyrie does that I never seen Ross Strickland do.
I'm saying, yeah.
But the basics like getting to the rack, the handle, bro. I forgot how nasty Ross Strickland handle was.
Ross Strickland was nasty, man, but
He had a nasty handle, bro.
Kyrie is.
Kyrie,
I ain't never seen
godlike.
Ross Strickland catch the ball off a missed shot and yanked it home.
Well, that's different though, because I think Kyrie is like bigger than Ross Strickland. Kyrie's a legit 6'3", 6'4", right?
Yeah. I ain't never seen him go baseline and bang on the ball. I didn't see Kyrie go baseline. And that, like, some of these guys are so cold, bro, that they peak out at 19, 20, man. That's what makes LeBron. That's one of the things that make LeBron kind of cold. Cause like, even though, like, not to get on that note, but it's like easy to be like, it's easy to try to make LeBron better than Jordan as far as like try to say it. But if you break it down just to be in common sense, like, okay, how many points did Jordan have when he's 15 years in? How many points LeBron had when he's 15 years in? It wasn't close. It was Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So now everything after that, once we got the same measurables, we can't even compare us no more, bro. You can say, yeah, you got more points than me, bro, but you played longer, man.
Yeah, but you can't discredit that though.
I'm not discrediting. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying you can't. Like, that's a part of it. You can't look. As much as I want to say that Montana's better than Brady, is aspects of Brady's game that I can't discredit, and some of that had to do with his consistency and longevity. You can't overlook that.
I heard somebody say today, said that in a way that Brady's the coldest player ever, or the GOAT of anything. And say the GOAT of football is Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah,
That's what they said.
I think I don't think you can say Lawrence Taylor is the best football player ever.
Yeah.
I think you can say he's the best defensive player ever.
Yeah, and that, I was thinking that too, but I was like, damn, you ever think about how much credence? Like, one thing I do on purpose, and I tell them, I'm like, I'm reffing the game for the defense. You know what I'm saying? When I'm reffing, because I'm understanding that all the rules are made to give the offense an advantage.
So are you saying that your calls are skewed for the defense?
I'm saying there's like, if it's a bang bang play,
You going with defense?
and defense did everything they're supposed to do,
You going with defense?
yeah, I'm not going to get the offensive benefit down because the rules are already slighted to be in your favor. Like, the rules are bent to be in favor of offense. Damn near every sport now. You know what I'm saying? They change the rules.
So if there's a questionable call, you're going to ride with the defense because the rules are bent for the offenses. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm saying, like, okay, so let's say you do a Euro step, or you do a move where you carry the ball and bring it across your chest, where you come across, right? Well, I'm gonna call carry, man, because there's no way on defense if you're not allowed to palm the ball, right? But you saying I can move the ball from here to here. Like, you can't move the ball in that way without palming the ball in some kind of way. Like, you can't do a spin move and you're not cupping the ball. Like, and if you palm the ball, that's carry, right? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I don't know.
I
I would have
can't-
to defer to you.
I can't turn from here, pick it up, turn all the way around, and at some point I had to either cup this thing or palm it or something, right? Literally. You know what I'm saying? So if you do that and go score, nigga, I travel. No, man, it's not fair, bro, because you broke the rules to get away from me. Or if you do that, like, you got to, you know what I'm saying, it's not fair, you know what I'm saying, because then I can just go bend the rules. That's why they be getting on them Iverson type cats like that, because, like, shit, if you saying you can just cup this hoe and throw this hoe, man, you the coolest thing in the world. Who gonna stop you?
So what they said about Brady then? They said Brady ain't no way he could be what?
Oh, they was like, because Lawrence Taylor, like, he affected the game from every different, like, Brady affected the game in one way. Lawrence Taylor affected the game from the DN spot sometimes, from the middle of the field, interceptions, sacking the quarterback. Like, he was all over the place on the defensive field, you know what I'm saying? Brady is pretty much, I'm needing help. I don't need no help, man. They put me wherever.
Yeah, that's what made Taylor great, because he could play damn near anyone on the D line, and he could play linebacker as well. So yeah. I think I was on the boat of it was more or less the system and not Brady until I saw Brady go to Tampa Bay and get one, and I saw the difference between a Jameis Winston-led Buccaneers who had enough to make a deep playoff run with Jameis Winston, and it's not a knock to him, and to see Brady go over there and go get one. Now, I will admit that pieces came with him, but yeah, when you see guys who want to play with him, who speak about his leadership like that, who speak about what he brings to that quarterback's room, to the offense, to the coaching staff, like guys like Brady, guys like Peyton Manning, who are coaches on the field who really don't need your bitch ass play calls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah, homie the GOAT, bro. Even though I don't want to say it.
What about Ronnie Lotz and Deion Sanders? Like, if I can.
But see, it's a different position though. So it's a different position and a different skill set. So yeah, Deion Sanders, Darrelle Revis, those guys are GOATs in their own right because they literally shut down a side of the field.
Yeah. What about Ed Reed?
Again, Ed Reed, Ronnie Lott, those are GOATs because they literally close up, bro. They literally close a portion of the field.
What I'm saying is that Ronnie Lott is getting sacks. Ronnie Lott is playing linebacker sometimes. Ronnie Lott playing safety, playing DB.
Ronnie Lott was a hybrid. So Ronnie Lott, you know, is like a Cam. He was Cam Chancellor before Cam Chancellor.
I'm affecting the game. Like,
you're affecting the game from a DB standpoint where I can come up and play the run effectively.
Exactly.
I can also play coverage effectively as well. You know,
So any way you might run this whole one play, I tackle them there.
Yeah.
You might throw it over the middle, knock that down. You might try to go deep, interception. I'm cold as fuck, man.
Yeah, no, that's not-
It's just I'm on defense.
well,
So
it's,
like I was saying,
it's a different position.
I'm saying that defense. People usually look at defense as subservient. Like, well, good, they say good offense beats. I mean, great offense beats good defense.
I don't look at it that way, but it might be different. I might look at it differently because I'm a defensive player.
Like if you said you got 3 picks, you can pick any 3 players from your team to start your team with on any side of the field.
Yeah.
Who you gonna pick?
Say that one more time.
You can pick 3 players from any era, all in their prime, to start your team. Who you starting with?
I'm probably gonna grab because it's me. I'm gonna grab Montana first.
Okay.
I'll grab Moss second,
Okay.
and I probably will grab. It's a toss up between these two because I feel like they can be anchors for your defense. So I probably will grab either because I'm gonna play linebacker.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab Junior Seau.
Okay. Now watch this. If I ask you, and this is rhetorical. I want you just to sit on this for a second. If I just grab Seau, right?
Yeah.
Seau can affect both them players while on the field at the same time.
Say that one more time.
Seau can affect both of those players you picked on the field at the same time. Seau can dictate, okay, well, Moss ain't coming over the middle because I'm here. Moss ain't going deep because I'm here too.
No, he
not
can't.
Seau.
Junior Seau can't.
What's it called? Running lot. A safety can affect both of them. Even a linebacker.
Nah.
Hold on. If I'm a linebacker, you telling me I want to send Randy Moss to might have to meet Seau across the middle?
Junior Seau would never meet a Randy Moss across the middle.
Why you say that?
He ain't running that route. First off,
Because why?
that ain't why.
No. So you're saying if I as a linebacker, I'm asking, as a linebacker, DBs are not. Wide receivers aren't cognizant of coming my way.
Oh well, yeah. Well, if you are a wide receiver,
Yeah.
I don't care what ilk of linebacker you are. If I'm a wide receiver,
Yeah.
a tight end, a running back, and I'm running any route across the middle,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be cognizant of where this linebacker is.
But okay. So I'm gonna ask you: do you think there are players who play that position that do the same thing like Deion does? They X out that whole part of the field.
I think that there are linebackers like Junior Seau was, like Ray Lewis was.
yeah.
That dictate what happens in the middle of the field. Yes.
Your tight end and your running backs, they out the game, man. Because I'm here.
So I wouldn't say that. I think it depends on who that running back and tight end is.
So what combination what combination, even though he had a cold ass supporting cast with him, but you can't create in a prime a wide receiver quarterback or wide receiver, I'm talking about tight end running back combination that overwhelmed Ray Lewis.
Eddie George.
Overwhelmed them? They beat them.
Have you ever seen the battles that Eddie George and Ray Lewis had?
Yeah, but they beat them though.
Like, yes, the Baltimore Ravens as a team beat them.
Yeah.
But if you go back to the battles that Eddie George and Ray Lewis had, when you go back and look at it, they both have gotten the best of each other. Like they will talk about that. Like they hated each other.
I have to see the comparison.
No, they hated each other. Like Eddie George v. Ray Lewis, that was a real thing.
I'm thinking like, okay, how many times did the Titans beat the Ravens?
Well,
and hold up before I finish. And if they did beat the Ravens, like 100%, it wasn't because Joe Flacco went off, or was it because it was because?
Well, this is pre Joe Flacco. So
who was before that? That's what I'm saying. So it had to be defense. It was a Trent Dilfer.
well, we're talking about the Ravens defense. There was so many pieces on that defense.
That too. That's why I said
You just asked me name a running back or a running back tight end combination that overwhelmed Ray Lewis. All I said was Ray Lewis and Eddie George have had legendary battles where both players have gotten the best of each other because they hate each other.
In a play or for the series or for the year?
I'm just talking about, I mean, it's football. So I'm just talking about over a period of time of these guys playing in the prime against each other. I mean, there were times when Junior Seau was in his prime and he couldn't fuck with Shannon Sharp.
What?
Huh? Are you casting doubt over Uncle Shay Shay?
I'm saying
this Shannon Sharp now.
I'm saying that Shannon Sharp was a wide receiver playing tight end. Right?
He played tight end still though.
Yeah, but he was a wide receiver playing tight end.
No, he was a tight end playing tight end.
He was 235, 240, right?
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? Like he was built. I mean, he was more wide receiver. He was one of the first. Not one of the first. He's one of the best catching wide receivers.
Oh, so, okay.
So do you think that when they played the Chargers, they were running them routes to get him? Because he could take in them days, he'd take a slant and go, or he'll take a out and go. But when they play the Chargers, it's gonna be a lot of times when him and Seau is 1-on-1. You don't think he can stay with him?
Who?
Junior Seau.
Shannon Sharp?
Yeah.
He's Junior Seau. But Shannon Sharp has gotten the best of Junior Seau as well.
I don't know.
Plus, Junior Seau
I have to see those numbers.
Junior Seau was one of the better linebackers who could play from sideline to sideline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, but I'm just saying that a great linebacker can nullify 2 or 3 players by himself. A Junior Seau, a Ray Lewis, or
I don't.
What's the white boy? Chicago Urlacher.
So these three middle linebackers we spoke of are linebackers. They were four down linebackers, sideline to sideline linebackers.
Yeah.
Coverage linebackers as well. Well, I don't know how good Ray Lewis was in coverage.
Yeah.
But stopping the run, Ray Lewis was top tier.
Yeah.
Urlacher was a sideline to sideline guy. Urlacher was a to me, and I could have the wrong opinion, he was a strong safety caliber guy playing linebacker.
Okay, yeah.
Junior Seau was a sideline to sideline technical run stopping linebacker.
What about I just had his name in my head. I lost. What about Crazy Man Romanowski? Or what about
Bill Romanowski was a downfield linebacker.
What about
playing downhill?
About Mike Singletary.
Mike Singletary was like a run stopping linebacker. Same thing like Greg Lloyd's. Same thing like Al Smith's.
I'm asking, you put Greg Lloyd in the same category with not in career, but the style of play. You said Greg Lloyd?
Greg Lloyd
from the Steelers?
Yeah.
Like Mike Singletary?
Run stopper. Like Atwater and Running Lott was same ilk.
But they was like they was linebacker, DB, safeties.
Atwater and Running Lott were strong safeties that could play. They were strong safeties that could play in the box.
Yeah. So I'm like, and just my point being.
But Bubba McDowell was a safety that could play in the box.
Yeah. My point being is that on defense, you might be responsible for taking care. Like 3 players might be responsible for 5 players, or 1 player might be responsible for 2.
Well, you're responsible for assignments.
Yeah, but I'm saying I can assign you. Okay, if they run this pitch play over here, your assignment is to always take out bloom, which gonna probably put you on the running back or the fullback every play.
Yeah.
If they run this other play, you got the tight end.
It's a game of matchups.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but when you so cold, I can match you up on either one. You're a 4-down linebacker, but I can put you. If they run, they have personnel that you can. You know what I'm saying?
You have some linebackers that can cover backs, tight ends that can keep up with some receivers, but you're still going to get some separation.
Yeah, D'Amico Ryan.
Yeah, D'Amico Ryan was a sideline to sideline linebacker.
Brian Cushing.
Brian Cushing was not a sideline to sideline linebacker.
But he was a run stopper, right?
Well, yeah, he was a downhill linebacker. Like Cushing could have played with his hand in the dirt. He was big enough.
And I don't know.
Same thing with J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt was a guy who could play probably every position on the D line.
Yeah, but he couldn't play linebacker.
Well, no, he's not going to play linebacker. He's too big.
Yeah.
Pause.
Where we started at? How we get here?
But you got guys like Von Miller.
Von Miller.
The way Von Miller plays, he's that outside rush. Well, Von Miller's that outside rush linebacker, so he's a pass rusher.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
he can drop back in coverage.
That's what I'm saying.
But for the most part, he's a pass. He's your pass rushing linebacker, DN type style.
But you still ain't gonna but he's still kind of like taking up two people at all times.
Well,
even when even if he just
because in a 3-4, that outside rush linebacker is pretty much a DN.
But I'm saying even from the end when I'm rushing, I'm getting chipped every play. They ain't letting me go one on with nobody.
I mean, you getting chipped. Yeah, you getting chipped. But what that mean?
I'm getting chipped, or they got two O-line on me.
Well, if you Von Miller, you can get a double team. But I'm saying,
so I'm taking two players. Even if it ain't two, if it's either two skill players or a skill player, and I'm taking up some shit.
I mean, depending on who your quarterback is. I mean, when you hike the ball, half the D line is trying to get to you, and then I might have a QB spy on me. So it just depends. But
great defensive players demand double teams, just like great offensive players
demand double teams. Yeah.
But every team in football that has a great player on defense demands a double team. But every player on offense, like this, I got Randy Moss. Shit, it's a chance that we got a Revis or a Darryl Green.
There is no one who covers Randy Moss without help. No one.
You put Deion out there?
I'm not putting Deion on Randy Moss without help by himself.
You think
Deion's ego may say no, but even when you look back at Atlanta Falcons, and that's the thing.
So you think Randy Moss better than Jerry Rice?
I'm a cornerback, but I still have help. I'm a cornerback, and depending on the play, I know I got help over top. So I can play underneath.
So you think that you think that Jerry Rice is not superior to Randy Moss?
I don't know.
I'm asking
where you get these things from to ask me that.
No, because
I said nothing like that at all.
You didn't say that, but when you said that Deion, you wouldn't put Deion on Moss 1-on-1. I'm saying they put Deion on Rice 1-on-1.
Deion still had help over top.
I mean, no, not really.
That's why you have safeties.
But so you think that they put both of these, John Taylor and Jerry Rice, in 1-on-1s? Like the safety got to help one of these guys. That's why
you have two safeties.
And then we still got Rathman, and we still got
it depends
Craig.
It depends on what coverage you're running and what scheme.
We still got Rathman and Craig.
Brent Jones. I still have coverage over top.
But I'm saying, so you telling me I'm gonna drop these guys back to leave the middle of the field open?
It all depends on the coverage, Bug.
Or I'm saying, okay,
if I'm a cornerback and I don't have help over top, then I got to make sure I take care of top. Now I know I got help in front of me.
But I'm saying if I'm...
It depends on the route that's ran as well.
Oh, yeah, but I'm saying if I'm a competent offensive coordinator and I say, okay, I got John Taylor right here, Brent Jones right here, Roger Craig back there, Jerry Rice over there.
Yeah.
I
got to double somebody.
You got to double to somebody.
No, I can't double two.
Exactly.
So I gotta say who I'm a double.
Yeah. So if I double one, that means that I can't have somebody covering. I can't, because if if he trying to cover his ass over here I'm talking crazy right now. Not really, but I'm saying, hold on. If I'm covering, if I got somebody doubling him, now that's 10 on 11.
It depends on the scheme. That's what I'm saying. Now it depends on what quadrants I'm covering, with which people, what scheme I'm running. As a cornerback, I know if I got help. Look, if a certain route is ran, I know I'm going to stay with him until he runs a certain route. And let's say if I know I got help over top, I let him release. Because when he release, I have the help over top. I got to catch what's underneath. So, you know what I'm saying? The linebacker might have a different assignment where he has to go one way, let's say with the back, and then the tight end might release this way. Well, if I got underneath, I make sure I cover that quadrant where that tight end going underneath. This safety got help over top. So once this receiver get by me, I got safety help. So all of that's covered. It just all depends on the scheme, what defense I'm running, who covers what. Now, if I'm running man, which a lot of times when you have a Deion Sanders or Darrelle Revis, well, shit, I can go man on my corners. I'm gonna let Dion man up with Jerry Rice. I'm gonna let Darrell Reeves man up with Randy Moss, and whatever happens.
Mm-hmm. So again, are you saying that you don't think that they let Dion go one-on-one with Jerry Rice?
Now, I know I don't know why you're asking me that, because we both know Deion Sanders and Jerry Rice have went one-on-one.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, if the 49ers and the Cowboys felt confident to put Deion on Jerry Rice one-on-one, but you don't feel confident putting Deion on Randy Moss one-on-one. So I understand you didn't say that, but
I didn't say that.
You didn't say that, but I'm saying, well, you
Because
said that.
there were times that Deion had help over top with Jerry Rice. There were just certain situations where I know I can play man with
You
my
assume.
corners. No, it's historic. You saw it.
Yeah. So
there were times where they played man.
Yeah, 'cause I thought-
Deion man on man with Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
There were times that there was zone coverage.
Yeah.
Where Deion had help.
So you saying, but okay, yeah, all right. Because I'm just saying, like, there are certain things you would never do, right? Like you said, because you were saying you wouldn't put Deion on one-on-one with Moss unless he had help over top, right? And I was saying, a person or a coach is probably going to try to have Deion have certain players doubled more than one-on-one, no matter who the fuck it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm knowing, like, shit, the chances of him getting open are
Jerry Rice just like Randy Moss. He always open.
yeah.
Chad-
So who you think better, Jerry Rice or Randy Moss?
I don't know the numbers off the top of my head. I think, and I could be wrong, I think if you go numbers wise, Jerry's better. I think if you just go talent wise, I'm gonna have to say Jerry Rice is better, simply because we know Randy took plays off.
What that mean?
I think in my mind, the player who takes plays off is not better than Jerry Rice. That's just my personal opinion. That's just a personal opinion. When I say that, that's if you're asking me if I'm starting a team, who would I rather start with? If I could pick any receiver, I could.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're telling me between Randy Moss and Jerry Rice, I'm starting a franchise, who would I pick?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pick Jerry Rice 10 times out of 10.
Because Randy Moss took plays off.
Well, that's one of the reasons. I also think that it's Jerry Rice, T.O., then Randy Moss.
Mm.
And I think Randy Moss and T.O. are like a toss-up between however you rank them. But, yeah.
What you think about the Bones fight, man?
The who?
The Jones Bones?
I didn't see it. I saw clips of it.
Shit wasn't long. The clips you saw were probably most of the fight.
I think, man, that family, bro.
What?
I mean, you got Bones Jones, you got Chandler Jones, and then the other Jones that played D tackle for like the Ravens.
Yeah.
And so, by just seeing the ilk of his brothers,
Yeah.
genetic wise, since they're in the same family, you should have known he could put on the size. So, I mean, I don't know, bro. He make that shit look easy.
He cold with his hands, man. And the tapping, he made old boy tap, man.
Because that's like, you see his frame, bro. He's like he's a long, lengthy guy. Pause.
Yeah.
That can actually fucking wrestle, bro. And that's the crazy part. He has the total package. He can really wrestle. Like he can truly world class wrestle with like Olympians, and he also can strike with the best of them.
Think he can fight for real?
Oh, I think he'd beat your ass for real. Hell,
That's
yeah.
about like boxing fight though.
See, that's the thing. Like, I don't know if we talked about this. When it comes to MMA guys actually going into straight boxing, I think that they're gonna always be a couple of steps behind. I think if he gets in the ring with a legit boxer, he's gonna get outboxed. But I think that he has, like Conor McGregor, and maybe like like Rampage Jackson, like Chuck Liddell.
Hold on, like who?
Chuck Liddell, Iceman Chuck Liddell.
You said Rampage Jackson and Chuck Liddell?
I said like Rampage Jackson and like Iceman Chuck Liddell.
About him, yeah.
I think that their stand-up hands striking game
Yeah.
is decent enough to compete with a boxer.
Chuck Liddell threw a lot of these to me, man.
Chuck Liddell was that man. I don't know how to say this
He
without
threw a lot-
sound-
he threw a
I
lot
don't know how to
of
say this without sounding racist, bro. Iceman was like that that trailer park dude.
With the
You
bullet.
you know the dude that coined the phrase "wife beater."
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, to me that was always Chuck Liddell, bro.
Like him and Tito saying, like, it might sound
Talking about Tito Ortiz.
Ortiz. It might
Tito
sound
Ortiz
slow.
had no striking ability whatsoever.
But what I'm saying is, it's like, it's fighting, bro, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's fighting for people who can't fight, man. Like,
MMA?
if you ain't got no hands, bro, if you ain't got no hand, like, the reason why we were feared for so long in boxing, because when they figured out, man, these motherfuckers can fight, man. Like, it's like, we can fight, bro. We it's so much rhythm involved in fighting. It's so much rhythm that they don't have involved in fighting, like boxing. It's footwork, and your footwork in MMA is different, bro, because you really like you using your body weight a lot more than you know what I'm saying.
It's an art to that shit, bro.
Yeah, but
Like
it's,
that Brazilian jiu-jitsu shit, it's an art to that, and that groundwork that they put into it, that wrestling, like
yeah. I mean,
it's an art to that shit.
It's an art to it, and it's valid, and it's but in the same breath, like, it's people can't fight, bro.
I
People who
actually
can't throw
think-
hands. Like, if you can't
Nah,
throw hands
I-
efficiently, you can do that, and then you can be as efficient as somebody throw hands.
I think it's a more complete fighting form than just boxing.
I say more. I don't know, cause like, think about this: who you think your top 5 boxers all time, right? Mm-hmm. And then the top 5 MMA, right?
Yeah. And you make them fight.
And you make a fight like
What kind of fight is it?
it's any kind of fight you want to be.
If it's just a regular street fight,
Yeah.
the boxer probably gonna lose.
Why? Because you're assuming. I'm saying this. I understand what you're saying, because you're saying that some of the things in street fight are already in the wheelhouse of the MMA dude, right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, you also got to think that these are proficient strikers. These ain't just strike people. They not just, all I can do is I know how to hit you if you come charge me, bro. I can strike for real. Boom. I can throw an uppercut that's not just a MMA wild uppercut, but a precise with my hips and everything. Boom, to get you up off me when you try to shoot for me, man.
Nah, that shooting shit though be so quick, and them takedowns be so quick. Like a boxer in a boxing stance can't do nothing with that. Like
You don't
Floyd,
think Chris? Go ahead.
if Floyd is fighting an MMA style fight with Conor McGregor,
Yeah.
or I don't know, name whoever MMA guy that's in his weight
Triple
class.
P.
He's not. Nah, bro. He get kicked, bro. He get kicked. It's over.
Well, I'm saying you think
In the
that-
leg, just that leg sweep kick shit, bro. You on your back so quick.
But I'm asking this because then you got that's one side of it. But I'm saying you think that a McGregor or or Bones Jones could take a combo from Gypsy King. Like, even though,
I don't think McGregor could because of the size difference.
well, I mean,
I think.
name
Bless you.
some things. His size. You think Sugar Ray Leonard ain't quick enough to bop 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 and get up out of there and bop bop bop? You think he not quick? Like, these are
Quicker than who though?
shit. It don't matter who, anybody.
I think it's a different fight, bro. I think it's a different fight.
I'm just asking you. I understand that part, but I'm saying, I'm saying that the footwork and quickness of their striking is more quickness in footwork in boxing than it is quickness in footwork in MMA.
I don't know if I can say that.
What I'm saying is, like, so if I'm boxing you, of course, we're focused on here, right? I'm seeing shoulder.
I ain't worried about none of the waist.
Yeah.
I ain't worried about you leg sweeping me. I'm not worried about you shooting me for the takedown. I'm not worried about
Well,
any kind of choke holds,
Yeah,
and
but-
getting behind me, slamming me. I ain't worried about none of that.
But I'm saying that also, you think, if I'm saying, okay, you think I can't be taught how to slip like how to block a takedown, or how to, I can learn how to see the tell. That's why I learned to see the telltales from here to there. I'm not stuck there. I can teach you how to move, how to see when this is coming. And what I'm saying, if I can see what you're doing coming, and I'm a better striker than you, if I can see what you got coming and bow, and I'm a better striker, then that kind of evens out the fact that you can grab me because I know how to block you, just like you know how to block my punches. Or what I'm saying, do you know how to block my punches? You feel I can't find a way to punch your kicks?
To punch my kicks?
Yeah.
Nah, I think you're gonna get your ass beat. You trying to punch a kick?
I mean,
now this is now.
If I was a boxer,
No.
If I was a boxer, I definitely, if somebody try to high kick me, and I could punch him right here in the thigh. If I can get inside there and boom, if you can leg kick, why can't I leg punch you?
No, I mean, I'm trying to envision what you're saying, and nah. I wish I knew someone I could hit up that was in so I've experimented with MMA style cage fighting, for as the groundwork, the grappling.
Yeah.
And that shit was tough. That shit was harder for me to grasp and defend than the boxing concept. I will say that.
Because you naturally got rhythm.
And no, I'm not gonna say that. That's not a natural rhythm. It's not a natural rhythm thing about it. I'll say this. I think linebacker can't use his hands and feet in unison. I think. Have you tried grappling before?
Somewhat, yeah.
Nah, like on that level with an MMA fighting style, coaching and all of that.
I've been in wrestling classes, yeah. Wrestling.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I think the MMA skill set is so much different from just stand up boxing skill set that I think it's hard for that crossover. Now the
they punching.
Now the kickboxer,
yeah,
going to MMA is a little different because it's elements of it.
I'm saying like I agree with what you're saying. They might have a different skill set. It might be more complex, but I'm saying like, how much credence do you give to the boxer being a professional striker? That's all I'm asking. So,
100%. And that's what I'm saying, because the discipline in actual boxing, because the other piece is you have like striking rules as well, straight stand up boxing. So
we got.
Well, hold on, let me finish.
Go ahead.
You have a actual striking rules.
Yeah.
Now, if you're telling me stand up striking boxing style, I'm gonna give it to the boxer 10 out of 10 times.
No, I'm saying that, like, if we're gonna have a MMA boxer, that means
I'm gonna have someone of the ilk of Floyd is gonna step in the octagon.
Yeah. So I'm saying, of course, I'm gonna game up Floyd on. So I'm not gonna send him as a straight boxer to go fight an MMA. No, that don't make sense. But I'm
sending straight MMA guys to go box.
That's what I'm saying, and that won't make sense but even if you because they have boxing coaches.
Yeah.
They're not as good boxers.
No.
Because they spend time on other stuff, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
It's in the conversation. But what I'm saying is, I'm giving this boxer training on MMA and not necessarily how to wrestle, but of course how to counter a wrestling move.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that the skill set that they have plus the ability to counter, I don't know for sure. I'm asking, how much credence do you give them? So if they teach me, okay, if they shoot, all you gotta do is drop and blah blah, and you can go right back to striking. So now I've nullified your thing, and the thing that we do the same, I'm better at. Right?
I don't think you would nullify it. I think that if you can teach. So let's say if a great boxer,
yeah,
we know going into that fight he can strike better,
yeah,
boxing than the MMA guy.
Yeah.
If I can teach that boxer how to defend against some takedowns and some stuff like that,
yeah,
I might give him a fair chance. I don't think that that's gonna nullify that mixed martial arts aspect of it.
No, I'm saying that. So now, I
don't think that makes them on a level on an even playing field. And I think that goes both ways.
Now, okay, name the best MMA boxers, the MMA fighters you can think of, the best 5. It's out randomly. This have to be the best ones. That
Like
you,
Jones,
okay,
Silva,
okay,
Rampage,
okay.
Stylebender.
Okay. All those guys are the best strikers in their division. And they also have ground and pound, but all of them are those are some of the greatest strikers in MMA history. Right?
And I don't think that they can hop in a boxing ring with not even your greatest boxer. I don't think they can hop in a boxing ring
Yeah.
with the top tier
Yeah.
boxer and win.
So and saying that, what I'm saying is, so now I'm saying add that fact to the fact I'm gonna teach this boxer
Yeah.
how to be able to defend
Yeah.
the advantage that you have.
And when that boxer goes to that MMA octagon,
Yeah.
I don't think that's enough for them to beat them.
Oh, I'd like to see it one day.
Well, we might, because your boy's supposed to be your boy Bomb Squad. He say he gonna hop in octagon. He said that Bomb Squad.
Somebody, the
Deontay
dude-
Wilder.
Get out of here, man.
100%. Like his next fight, because he spoke about it at the Jake Paul fight. So his next
Yeah,
fight,
man.
he says that he's gonna fight an MMA guy, and it's gonna be 2 fights. That it's gonna be a boxing match,
Yeah.
and then it'll be an MMA fight. And he said that he's willing to hop in the octagon, do the octagon fight first.
But he gonna get beat. He can't outstrike boxers, man. How you finna go?
What you mean?
He get knocked. He was
The only person that truly knocked him out or beat him was the Gypsy King.
bro. You seen this man fight before, haven't
Who?
you? Wilder,
Wilder. You know how Wilder fights?
like a wild man.
No, you don't. Wilder fights like, to me,
Okay.
and to me, the heavyweight division is watered down, but Wilder fights like a guy. He fights like an MMA guy with good boxing game.
Exactly.
So
he's like an MMA striker.
with good boxing game,
Yeah.
but if you but he don't have the MMA part. So when you put him in an octagon with someone equal his size, that can strike just as good. What makes him the reason why Deontay Wilder is who he is because of the power he packs.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking you. That's what I
But
keep
when
asking
you also watch him fight, like you said, he's a wild swinger.
Yeah.
So he be missing sometimes.
Yeah.
All right. So now you put him in an octagon with that MMA guy whose ground game is top tier.
Yeah.
Now these guys, some of them are just as quick as a boxer. So Deontay Wilder do that wild swing shit.
Yeah.
Normally, all he has to worry about is a counter punch.
Yeah.
So he can wild swing and breaks for that counter punch.
Yeah.
But now you might wild swing, and next thing you know, you looking at the ceiling because this nigga done scooped you and smashed you on your neck, and then he's submitting you in a arm bar or ankle lock or whatever they call that shit. Or, you know what I'm saying, you do a wild swing, and next thing you know, John Jones' knee is in your eyeball. What you gonna do?
In my younger years, in the past lifetime,
I don't believe it.
I
don't believe it.
I've been in spaces where it was segregated, color wise. When I was younger, way younger. But you know what I'm saying? There was a notion and a known way that different people have different fighting styles, different cultures have cultural fighting styles, right? You know, if you fight these type of people, they ain't gonna stop fighting. They ain't never gonna stop fighting.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't too strong, but they got stamina and they'll kick the shit out of you, right? You got another people who they know to move real swift with their hands and their feet.
Yeah.
Got another set of people who just like, you know, they'll like, I don't care. They'll punch, they'll beat themselves up before they beat you up, right? They play the wild man crazy, right? They're the ones that grab your ankle and twist it. But it's also known that there's a race of people, a certain race of people that are known for throwing them things from the shoulder and have put hands on all on all these different types of fighters, they put hands on them, man. So I agree with you. I understand what you're saying, but I want to see it.
Now, look, if you told me that a guy like a fighter, if you told me that, let me see, I don't want to use Floyd. What?
You seen Ip Man 4?
Hold on. I probably did.
With Tyson and what's
Yeah, I
called
seen
fighting?
that shit.
Yeah, that's an example how like you can, just because you have a different skill set, when you compare it to mine, my skill set is also defending myself. So just because you strike from this way, you're assuming that because you strike this way that I can't block that or I can't defend that just because it's different from mine. Like, nah, I know it works for this and this too or whatever. I'm just hypothetically speaking here, but like I said, I would love to see it because I feel like to me, I feel like anytime somebody duck their head at you, you sidestep and smack that. That's just where I've always been taught. When somebody duck their head, and I know you say it comes fast, a shoot, but it's still just the instinct or whatever. So I'd like to see how that looks. I'd love to see that.
If you told me in 2023 I could get a prime Tyson,
Yeah,
with his boxing skill set,
yeah,
and that fighter, Tyson took a year and a half of nothing but Brazilian jiu-jitsu,
yeah.
then I would be afraid to fight him in the octagon.
That's what I'm saying. You don't think they're gonna take any? You don't think they're gonna take any jiu-jitsu classes when they know I'm gonna fight an MMA dude? Okay, well,
Yeah, but that's like a year and a half. If you give like a Floyd Mayweather 2 years to study groundwork, then he might go on the UFC and wreak havoc. But I mean, if I take a boxer and tell him, all right, in 6 months you're finna go fight in the octagon against someone who's seasoned and been doing that shit for years, nah. And it's the same thing with a UFC fight. I don't think you're gonna take like the Conor McGregor who's been in the octagon for his whole fighting career, and then, hey, 6 months from now you go fight a stand-up boxer. You know what I'm saying? You go fight Adrian Broner. You finna get the bricks beat off you by Adrian Broner.
I think that's what it's gonna be, bro. It's like that's the same thing. I didn't want to say it at first, but like it's like the free throw shooting big dude, right? It's like if your job's to play basketball, man, how come you can't hit free throws, man? The only reason is because I ain't practiced.
Yeah,
on
you
that.
ain't practice long enough.
That's the only, and
You practice everything else.
Yeah, and I'm saying like, why would I not practice this? Like why? So they're gonna have boxers who can really box. Just like, hey man, since you can box, man, just practice this too, man. That's the next level of MMA. But that doesn't. If you do that, then you finna have some real cold. It's gonna be a whole league full of mind benders, bro. They ain't gonna be fun to watch.
A whole league full of who?
Mind benders.
Mind benders.
What's it called?
Style bender?
Style bender, yeah. It's gonna be a whole league.
Yeah, but Izzy was a kickboxer first though.
Yeah, but saying it's gonna be a whole league of them, and it ain't gonna be fun to watch, bro. Because when you get two quick people or two skilled ass individuals in the ring, it becomes more of a technical fight.
But see, that's why they don't like Izzy, because you can't hit him.
Yeah, and you
Izzy is like
have 20 of them.
Izzy in the MMA in the octagon is like, and I'm pretty sure it's an MMA nigga somewhere who was like, I'm tripping. But to me, Izzy in the octagon, like, first off, when you watch it, he's kickboxing.
Yeah,
He's kickboxing and he knows how to do some grappling and shit like that. But for the most part, you can't hit him. You can't hit him because he's quick and he's long pause, so he has reach. But he's a kickboxer first. So, yeah, 100% he's going to be able to strike.
I'm saying, imagine having 15 of them or 20 of them in the league, bro. Them fights is gonna be different because it's gonna be two quick guys who both super cold, who both can't get hit.
But then you always have like the Tito Ortizes of the world who are super quick, strong, they just as quick as you, so they dodging that shit. And then they wrestling is so 100. Once they get you to the ground, it's over. Once they grapple you, it's over. Like that's what made Tito Ortiz so cold.
But he can't fight for shit though, man.
He didn't have to. But see, yeah, you missing it. Like
I
that's
get it.
what made Tito Ortiz so cold, because he didn't have to have no stand up boxing game. Because A, you couldn't hit him until later on in his career, and B, he was so quick. Once Tito Ortiz grabbed you, you going to the ground, and once you on the ground, it's over. Because homie either submitting you or he hitting you with the elbows, bro, and it's over at that point. He was that cold.
That's crazy. I mean, Tito Ortiz is cold, but he
No, he was that cold.
not in my top 10, man. He got beat up too many times to be my top 10, man.
later on. But see, he got his ass beat by Chuck Liddell because he was talking that Cash Money shit and tried to stand up and swing with him, and that won your game.
I know, because that's the ultimate.
That was that ego, bro.
kinda like-
He stopped doing what he did best.
It's kind of like when somebody when somebody tell you, man, you cold, bro, but you only cold because of this.
You
And
know,
then some people be like, yeah, okay,
I'm gonna try to prove something.
I'm gonna show you that I'm cold in this too. You know what I'm saying?
I think Rampage Jackson was, and I might be wrong with this too. I think like Rampage Jackson was probably the best example of a guy who, in my mind, if Rampage wanted to box,
Yeah.
he probably could have been a good boxer. He probably could have been a great boxer if he chose to just box from the get go and his discipline was boxing.
Oh, and then how long is an MMA round? 5 minutes?
Shit, I don't know.
Like 3 minutes, 5 minutes?
Yeah, but you're doing more too though.
But you don't shit. If I'm in a boxing ring, so you telling me I can't? Cause like they be gas, man. Some of them 3 rounders, some of them 3 rounders.
Yeah, but you
they
also
be
have to
gas.
realize that I'm conditioning for 3 rounds or 4 rounds. I ain't conditioning for 18 rounds or some shit. But like Rampage,
Another dumb thing though.
I think Rampage. Well, I mean when when that shit first started, it wasn't no rounds. It was like 20-minute matches. You know what I'm saying? Like a 20-minute round. Like it was crazy. But I think Rampage is an example of a guy who he could have chose to be a boxer, but he was an MMA guy. So he had that mixture of stand-up boxing style striking, and I had some groundwork too because he wasn't the best wrestler. But them MMA dudes, they couldn't exchange with him. And then he was a nigga, so he was so strong, nigga. You think you got me in this arm lock? And nah, I'm finna just raise up and slam me on your neck, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But everybody went, hey, how many people to date have that many highlights of a nigga got me in this arm bar that he can break my shit?
Yeah.
And I just get mad, so I just power drive you.
It's your boy 6'7", right?
Who?
Till this day. To this day.
He a big old nigga. I think
He's
John.
like 6'7", bro.
I think John Jones get in the business if they was in an MMA fight though.
To this day. He might.
But then I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I ain't finna
stand in front of one of you.
I ain't finna be the nigga that stand in front of those fucking Deontay Wilder with them UFC gloves. I ain't finna be the nigga to do it.
Oh, got the UFC gloves? He ain't got the man. Yeah.
I'm not finna be the nigga that stand in front of that. But
I'm just saying, this man got beat up so bad, he thought somebody had, like, he had something in his gloves. Like, yeah, nigga is pissed.
who?
When Gypsy King beat him, he's like, man, he had something in his gloves, man. He had something look, man, everybody, the whole world knows he had something in his gloves.
Oh, I ain't know he said he had something in his glove.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, man, he had his fist in his glove, bro. It was beating your ass with them gloves, too, man. You didn't say he had something in his glove when you dropped him?
Tyson Fury better boxer than Deontay Wilder.
That's all it is.
Yeah, he a better technical boxer.
Yeah. What you got on the way out, man? What music? You know what, man? First off, well, I ain't gonna go there. What music you got going on, man? You used to have me. You used to be on my head, man. It was too many times last year that you was on my head on one part about certain rappers and how great they were, and then they dropped albums, and you ain't saying a word. You ain't saying about the Styles P album. You ain't saying about the Lox album. You ain't saying about the Freeway album. You ain't saying about the last Griselda album. You ain't saying nothing about the it's a bunch of albums that you've been people you championing.
I've been focused on some other things right now.
See,
I haven't even been listening to new music lately, man. I know I keep hearing everybody telling me about not telling me like personally. I just keep seeing everybody talking about how this Wayne verse he just dropped was so fire. I have not taken the time out to just sit down and go through some new music. Now, I will say the reason why I had the time was because I was driving between 3 states. So when you got driving around 3 states time, 6 hours at a time in the car, I mean, I can burn through some new music. You know what I'm saying?
Man, Lloyd Banks and Antonio dropped it, and you ain't said a word.
I just told you I ain't had time.
This is before they dropped last year.
No, we talked about the. We talked
No,
about.
we-
The, no, we talked about the Lloyd Banks.
And the week before, you man, Lloyd Banks, man, he kicked through
Yeah, no, we
verses.
talked about that. And then I
And then
came
you
back
was
and said it was like a lackluster album. No, we talked about that.
But Styles P, it's been a bunch of them, bro. It's been a bunch of them.
Anything that has dropped recently in the last 6 months, bro, I ain't had time. Like I said, I've been stationary, so I ain't been driving as much, and I've been doing some other shit, and I ain't really had time to take a deep dive in new music, because I listen to a lot of pods as well, and just like UFO type shit, history type shit. So I ain't had time to take a deep dive in new music. So I'm gonna have to just make some time.
Oh, that's what's up.
Maybe when I'm on a treadmill or something, I'll listen to some music instead of some.
You treadmill age, bro.
Yeah, I can't run on concrete. You know that.
I mean, you gotta run on concrete. Why can't you run on some grass?
Man, I was doing body squats the other day.
Memorial the other day, man.
I was doing some body squats the other day.
What is right?
I was just squatting without just body weight.
Yeah.
Like, and the pain in my knees was horrible.
Pause.
Pain in your knees is not a horrible. It's not a pause.
That's a pause, man.
Pain in your knees is not a pause.
It's
not pause.
How your knees start hurting?
Because I bent my knees.
Pause. I'm gonna say, I ain't hit. It's every once in a blue moon I look over there, lift up like, nah, I can still run.
I fuck with the elliptical, man. I fuck with the elliptical. I do the treadmill. It's this one treadmill at the gym I used to go to. It was like it was supposed to be it simulated running like on the ground. But it was still the low impact, good for your knees. It was like springs within the treadmill.
Yeah.
I ain't like it.
Oh, I ain't been on treadmill, bro, on purpose in probably like 10, 15 years, man.
It felt like running on sand. It felt like running in sand.
I ain't been on a treadmill like 15. That's crazy. Yeah, I used to work in the gym. I don't not be on the treadmill, bro. When I'm turning them off, it's time to go home. You have to lift them up or whatever, right? You have to turn them up, turn them on. Or if I had the kids on there, show them how to do something. But I ain't been on a treadmill, man.
I realized that, at one point I was like, man, people are weird. Why would you go walk on a treadmill when you can go walk outside in nature, or you can go bike outside in nature?
Yeah.
I realized that, I like to do both. So, me and the wife, we'll go walk the bayous around H-Town, or we'll go walk like the nature trails or park or walks. You know what I'm saying? Just like little shit like that. But also,
y'all look so serene in my brain. I mean, serene in my head, walking down, talking, laughing.
yeah, we'll go hit like White Oak,
Like,
Yeah, you hit the White Oak up, or brisk walk, hit the Braves Bayou up or something, or the Memorial Park or something like that, and it's cool. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah,
bro.
If I'm by myself, like just wake up on a Monday, and I'm going to go get my mile in. I'm 30 or 40 minutes of walking cardio or whatever, brisk jog.
Yeah.
I want to be inside where I can be on a treadmill and listen to a podcast or watch some on my phone, or watch the be in like the gym and watch the ESPN on the big screen while I'm on the treadmill. I like this shit, bro.
You're old, man.
I mean, you're older than me.
I know, but but I ain't say I'd get on the treadmill or walk in the park, man. That always trips me out, like when you go to parks, 410, 910, or whatever, and it's a bunch of senior citizens walking, right? And it's like, damn, man, what a beautiful life that is, to like, your only worry really is like, let me get up and go walk. So or if you're just in the neighborhood and you see them walk with their cane, with they stick or whatever, they just walk. It's like, damn, I'm just waking up to walk, just to keep myself active, just because I'm cognizant that my health is my wealth. That's old, bro. I'm just joking with you.
That shit used to fuck me up when I worked as a high schooler. I worked in a mall.
Oh, in the mornings?
And then you'll get a bit before the mall, like the stores open.
Yeah.
You'll see the seniors in there walking around the mall.
Yeah.
And then it was even more funnier, because that's the first time I realized the speed walk. Speed walking, like that speed walking shit. Yeah, that shit there, because it's like, man, your fucking hip finna break. What the fuck you doing?
Yeah. When I was in high school, man, at the wall on the seniors in North Line, we used to go, like, if we was late, if enough people were late, we just go to North Line and kick it till like 9 o'clock to this, 9:30 or whatever. And so I guess everybody's on time a day, so we ain't end up there. Cause you be like, man, I'm 5 minutes, I'm 10 minutes, man, let's go to the mall, till. So for whatever reason, everybody was on time that day, and then all we hear is the sirens. We not thinking about that shit. And then on the news, it's like shit when they building the Magic Johnson theaters, that the slab.
Yeah, I remember that.
Fell on something. There was scenes in the walking up on them. And then of course some got from the debris and all that kind of shit. I was like, damn.
Somebody got paid.
Somebody, shit, yeah.
All right, man. Well, shit. This has been another episode.
Last thing. Last
okay.
Thing. It's another episode, but on the Chris Rock, they keep talking about that selective morality.
I saw that. I gotta go back in because I don't have enough information to comment on it. But what was
I
it?
was like, man, I've been saying that shit for so long, bro. I've been saying that shit like just
he said Will Smith has selective morality.
Yeah, but then they're making points about how people have selective morality about what he's saying, because like I say in the special he talked about a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of subjects.
Yeah,
all they talking about is Will. Like they're not upset about him talking about the Republicans, but then when we talk about Will, they're like, oh man, you shouldn't do that. Like shit, it's all jokes, man. This is all satire. Like even though it's a serious tinge to it, it's still satire. But people are selected with their morality, man, all the time, man. And when you call them out on it, they're gonna, man, it's different. Like, nah, it's different to you because you like this. Last thing I'm gonna say, like Chris Paul, man, Chris Paul kind of sorry, bro. Check this out. How many cold ass niggas Chris Paul done had with him, man?
Yeah, Blake Griffin. I don't know who he had in New Orleans. But
he had West. He had Mo Pete.
Okay.
He had
Then he had
J.R. Smith.
Okay. I mean, he had Blake Griffin
and DeAndre Jordan and Jamal Crawford and J.J. Redick.
He had James Harden.
That's very important. The furthest he ever was until Phoenix, the furthest he ever went with the nigga everybody hate, and they like James Harden doing that.
Who said everybody hates James Harden though?
No, well, James Harden's not the one like player. Like his narrative compared to Chris, they don't call James Harden the god. They call Chris Paul the point guard though.
Well, yeah.
He ain't even won a champion. He's got to his first championship last year. That was last year. He'll probably have whatever. His first championship. He has a trail of failure behind him, but people like him, so they call him the point guard. Like, how is Jason Kidd the point guard, bro? He done been to 3-4 finals and won one. You hadn't even been to one.
Jason Kidd never won the finals.
Shit, but Dallas, what you talking about?
Oh, he
beat
did
LeBron.
He did win with the Mavericks.
I was old and beat we beat the Heat.
He did win.
And I went twice. with Kenyon Martin.
Yeah, he went twice with the Nets.
Yeah, so I'm like,
Nets.
How are you the point guard?
I don't know what the criteria is to call Chris Paul the point guard. I don't know. I know that's his nickname, the point guard. I don't know what the criteria was to make him the point guard.
Listen to what it's saying though. Let's listen to.
I mean, his peers give him that moniker as well, though.
That was some. They put no NBA player call him a god. I don't think. But what I'm saying, even if that's true, I'm saying the connotation that I can say you the point guard and we go with. They don't call another player, whoever it is, the point guard who probably has similar numbers.
Yeah, his name Dame Time.
They don't call Dame the point guard.
No, they call him Dame Time.
But they don't. In fact, they don't even be like man. It's just the connotation is crazy.
I don't know if it's connotation. I think when it's players you don't like, bro, because you don't like Chris Paul.
No, it's not about, bro.
When I say you don't like him, I mean in a player aspect, not a personal aspect.
No, I don't have a problem. I'm just saying this thing about like how does he get this moniker?
Oh, I don't know.
This is what I'm saying. Listen, the fact that we would even repeat it to be like, yeah, the point guard, like that it's okay that we don't look at it sideways. But it's other point guards in his era and before his era that's done way more. But like I said, people like Chris Paul.
Well, maybe they feel like he's done a lot with what he's had.
He had some shit, my nigga.
I mean, let's keep it a buck. He didn't get James Harden. when he was with James Harden, Chris Paul wasn't in his prime. Like, he's not in his prime now. He wasn't in his prime in Houston. We know that.
But did Kidd win a ring in his prime?
Jason Kidd was old.
Exactly. He was old.
Yeah, but they won that ring because Dirk dropped 48 plus every night.
I don't know about that, but
What?
he didn't drop 48 every night. He's like 30.
Okay, I'm exaggerating. He didn't drop 48 every night. But you mean to tell me they didn't get that ring with Dirk dropping 40 a night?
It wasn't 40. It could have been.
I mean, look.
He'd have been the all-time. They talking about Dirk as one of the all-time leading scorers in the finals.
Bro, they won. I remember that championship, and every night Dirk gave it to them niggas. Dirk Nowitzki gave it to the Heat every night. The Heat could not. LeBron James, D Wade, and Chris Bosh couldn't do shit with Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, and Jason Kidd and them was leading in assists. And
look, I'm not. Look,
I'm just saying. All I'm saying, and it's not a knock on Chris. It's just an example of how your success, your overall success, sometimes is either overshadowed or undershadowed by how people feel about you. Like, people keep giving Ja all this, oh, look at Ja Morant, he's next superstar. But, like, think about it. Is he the most accomplished point guard out of his class? Not really. He ain't even been in the finals yet.
I mean, how long you been in the league, bud?
5?
Oh, I don't know. Are you telling me?
Like 4 or 5 years?
Oh, I don't know.
Either way, like I'm saying, look, Magic Johnson went to the finals. He won the MVP his first year.
I mean, yeah, but they two different players, though. The only reason why we get the hype around Ja Morant is he's a highlight reel.
But he's a point guard, and he gets buckets.
But he's a highlight reel.
So is a bunch of players, but that's not. He's a highlight reel, and he's a great player. I'm just saying that people like him. He has a hip hop personality that fits with the times and the type of players.
So what you saying?
And I'm saying that his success
it's because people like him.
Is viewed upon based on the like of the public more than the actual production of what he's doing.
Okay.
And that's what happens a lot of times with in any facet of life.
So bring it full circle. Chris Paul shouldn't be labeled the point guard.
Not at all, man. Not at all.
I like the point guard. I like the way it even sounds, the point guard. And I
They
feel like
lost 3-2,
I feel like
3-1 leads. Bro.
I feel like whoever created the nickname was a marketing genius, and they should have dropped some Jordan shoes. Some Chris Paul should have had the point guard on him.
They lost 2 3-1 leads in the playoffs, 2 different years.
Okay,
like that's epic failure. That's crazy.
And some point guards didn't even make it to the playoffs.
And some went to the finals and won.
Dame hasn't even made it.
Exactly.
But it's Dame time.
That's just a name, but he ain't God Dame.
He should be. Nah. Dame Lillard should be the god of Portland.
Golly, man, they had Clyde Drexler went to the championship, man.
Dame Lillard should be heralded as the god of Portland. They should build monuments of Dame Lillard around that stadium upon his retirement.
Bill Walton came in first year, got a ring.
Man.
In Portland. What you mean? I'm just saying, man.
Wasn't Lou Alcindor there with him, or am I tripping?
Nah, he by himself.
Wasn't Lou Alcindor in Portland though?
Nah, Lou Alcindor was in Milwaukee.
He did play in Milwaukee with the Bucks.
With Oscar Robertson.
Yeah, man.
Now, what you mean? How you hating on the white boy, man?
Say, man, like I said, bro, you know what I'm talking about? Like I said,
month, bro. It's March.
Like I said, what, bro? You know what I'm talking about? First off, it's Black History 365.
Yeah, but
so I ain't worried about no month. You know what I'm talking about? Secondly, when Dame Dollar retires, he should have a monument built of him. 2 of them in Portland. One should be of him pulling threes. The other should be of him rapping.
Should be about this big on the side of Clyde, man.
Nah, it should overshadow Clyde. Like, matter of fact, if Clyde has a statue, when Dame retires, they need to put that Clyde Drexler statue somewhere in the trash.
That's crazy.
Now, there should be one in front of U of H.
How you gonna take away Clyde Portland? That's crazy.
Do it? You know who else should have a? I don't know. Did Maurice Cheeks play for Portland?
Got the ring in Portland, I think. No, they played for Philly.
I feel like he played for Portland too, though.
They coached Portland, I think. I know he played in Philly. He won his ring with Doc and them in Philly. Mo Cheeks.
I was finna say, yeah, he definitely needs a statue.
Why Mo Cheeks? Because his name?
Yeah, it's the name.
Mo Cheeks?
Yeah, man. You know, talk about Mo Cheeks. Like you get like Mo Cheeks giving you buckets, and then after the buckets, we going to the strip club.
Get some Mo Cheeks.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
That's crazy. The point guard, man. I'm trying to make him. I used to
You think Chris Paul will sauce you up?
sauce me up.
Yeah. You crazy.
He got-
He give you the business, bro. You crazy. You crazy. Chris Paul will give you the business.
Bro, I saw Kevin. That was Kyle Lowry. I saw Kevin Hart DMing him, man. So I
You
know
are crazy, bro.
That
Like Chris Paul, prime Chris Paul will give you the sauce, bro.
Prime Chris Paul
Gives you the sauce.
Why he gotta be in why he gotta be in his prime? Like I gotta be where I am now.
Prime Boogie and prime Chris Paul, you getting the sauce, bro.
He get the sauce right back then.
Nah, I don't think you giving Chris Paul the sauce right back.
I'm gonna say Chris Paul, Prime, Kevin Hart, Kyle Lowry. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Kyle Lowry overrated.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Kyle Lowry overrated, bro.
He cold. He nice.
He overrated. He ain't cold. He overrated.
He got a ring for Chris Paul.
Yeah, but that's because of Kawhi Leonard and what's homie, the light skinned guy, light skinned fellow,
Fred
Van Fleet.
I'm the point guard, bro. I make all this shit.
Man, Kyle Lowry wasn't doing shit, man. That was Fred Van Fleet, PL Siakam, and what's your boy, the robot?
The robot.
Yeah, you know,
Kawhi Leonard.
and Kawhi Leonard, bro.
Man.
That's who got you that ring.
You just shitted on the
Oh,
starting
I think you
player.
had a little bit of Serge Ibaka in there too, right?
Serge get a ring? Hell no, he didn't get a ring.
I thought Serge was in Toronto then.
He get a ring. He might have got a ring.
I think Ibaka was over there with him, bro. Yeah, that's what that was, bro. That was
I'm the point guard, bro. Go through me.
man. Van Fleet was running point, bro.
Be behind me.
Man, nah. Van Fleet was dropping buckets on them boys.
Boy, you just
Fred Van Fleet was dropping buckets.
You drop buckets, but
Kyle Lowry was the hype man. You know what Kyle Lowry is, and then we're gonna get
Oh,
it.
man.
Kyle Lowry is slightly better than Pat Beverly.
you crazy. Yeah.
Kyle Lowry is Pat Beverly with more buckets.
Anybody in the NBA who scores more than 8 points is Beverly with more
Hey
buckets.
man, you being real disrespectful because if it was you versus Pat Bev, my money's on Pat Bev.
With today,
Today, tomorrow, last week, 3 months ago, whenever,
Pat Bev,
10 years ago,
even though Pat Bev averaged 35 a game in high school,
man, Pat Bev, you the sauce, bro.
not now.
Right now, 100%, right now.
Yeah, any NBA player give me the sauce right now. They give me the sauce, but they get something. They wouldn't. Every NBA player at any point in their career would give me the sauce. This is true.
You're not scoring on Pat Bev.
But
Prime Boogie, if you could roll back the time,
yeah,
and be Prime Boogie versus Prime Pat Bev. No, if you can roll back the time and be Prime Boogie today
yeah,
versus Pat Beverly today,
yeah. I guess.
bro, you ain't scoring 8 points.
I get some buckets.
No,
Like
you
you
ain't
said,
scoring 8 points.
8 points.
You're not scoring 8 points.
8.
Y'all playing the 21. You're not scoring 8 points.
Think I can hit 4 buckets?
You're not hitting 4 buckets.
Yeah, I definitely get 4 buckets.
No, you're definitely not getting 4 buckets.
I can manufacture 4 buckets.
No, you cannot against Pat Beverly. Nah, bro, he give you the sauce.
He gotta hold me too, though.
No, that's the point. That's the easy part.
Okay, well, that's how you feel.
You're not, bro. You're not getting past him. I'm saying his defense is so impeccable that you're not gonna be able to get to the hole.
I mean,
Pause.
I can't. That's your opinion, bro.
You know what I'm talking about? Let me see. Let me think. Prime Boogie who could give.
We'll never know, man. We'll never know.
I think you could beat Jordan Poole.
I don't. Yo, basketball assessments be.
I just don't like Jordan Poole, so I think you can beat Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole is like 100 times colder than Pat
He
Beverly.
don't play no defense though.
He don't play defense in the league because he don't have to.
No, he don't play no defense.
I bet he had a steal a game.
Oh well, so you telling me that Jordan Poole you wouldn't score 1 point?
Jordan Poole is 6'7", bro.
What they got to do anything?
Jordan Poole's a goddamn fool, man.
You scared of a nigga to 6'7"?
I'm just saying that he's.
Sound like you scary then.
I'm just saying that Jordan Poole has better defensive measurables than Pat Beverly.
Oh yeah, but I think Pat Beverly is just a better defender than Jordan Poole.
Who Pat Beverly ever locked up?
Everybody.
He lock him up or he's just making a lot of noise?
He locked them up. Everybody.
Like Garrett Payton locked niggas up.
Nah, Pat Bev locked up everybody. Russell Westbrook, James Harden. No one can slow down.
Oh no, he did not.
He
you talking about
he put the clamps on Steph Curry.
You talking about the same Pat Beverly who James Harden shook so bad that he ran into Paul George and damn near tore his
Locked
ACL
up
again.
Paul George.
he Harden hit him with a crossover so nasty that he flew into Paul George.
Man, who is James Harden not hit with a crossover so nasty, bro?
Man, but Pat Beverly got it like to where he.
Man, hey, you know who else will beat you? I'm talking about Prime Boogie right now. PJ Tucker. Will give you the sauce.
I'm 100% sure I can get some buckets up on PJ.
Nah, PJ Tucker will shut you down. Clamps.
These are not shut down players, bro. These are players that
At this point, PJ Tucker. I like. He's a shoe guy, so I like PJ Tucker. So now I'm just.
some of these guys like.
So now I'm just antagonizing you.
like Pat Beverly and them niggas, they ain't lockdown defenders, bro. They just
Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel like if PJ Tucker come to like one of your little leagues you play in right now,
they get bucketed on, bro.
man, he's gonna look like the second coming of Jordan.
What happens is PJ Tucker probably can score more than he does, but what I'm saying is like those type of guys are guys who don't make their bread because they stop you. They make your bread because you don't hit your averages. Like,
All I'm saying is,
so I'm saying KD sticking at 35. He just got to shoot the whole 7 times more.
all I'm saying is, if PJ Tucker chooses to go play in that same bullshit ass league that Dwight playing in, he's gonna be dropping 40 a night, bro.
No, hell no.
He did it before. This nigga left. He left college, went overseas and won championships overseas, dropping 35 a night and won a championship, bro.
But that's a different overseas though.
And
That's
then-
the overseas in the 2000s.
And then he came to the NBA and has been what he's been ever since. Bro, I seen that league Dwight hooping in. Dwight is pulling from 3, bro. Dwight pulling from 3.
That's what
He
I'm saying.
crossing people over. He is
the
7
freedom.
He is a 7-footer playing against 6'3s, 6'4s.
That's not all straight true. Because there was
All right, that one dude
Yeah.
that was 7 foot that he had issues with, and it was like, oh, that's why you're not in the NBA no more.
But I'm saying ain't no dudes like him in no league. Like I'm saying, they ain't never have them over there in PJ time. They didn't have 7'6" with that understood basketball like that. Now it's a different
I mean,
league.
yo time overseas and PJ time overseas is the same overseas.
He younger than me, bro.
PJ is probably like 39.
Yeah,
38.
He's probably 37, 36.
He probably like 38. He's more 37, 38 than 36, 37.
Nah, bro. PJ came out in 2000 something. 2000 and
How old is Kevin Durant?
Durant came in when he was 19.
I'm asking, how
I'm
old is
trying to
Kevin
think.
Durant?
He came in when he was 19.
How old is Kevin
I'm
Durant?
trying to think. So he came in when he was 19. What year was that? He might be 30. He's 30. He's 30, 32?
Oh, I don't know, so I'm asking.
My phone dead.
I know they both played at UT at the same time.
But he was a 4-year player.
Who?
PJ Tucker.
Again, they both played at UT at the same time.
And you sure?
Yeah, they was on the team. They was on the team at least for 1 year together.
Okay, and then PJ went.
He went overseas.
Yeah.
So PJ is already a 4-year player, and he's not hitting the league at 19. So
that mean-
PJ,
so you prob-
PJ probably hit overseas at 22.
So PJ, we'll see tomorrow. I don't know. I'll check it, but I think he's like 30. But anyway,
If you go by graduating at 17, and he was a 4-year player at UT, so he at least hit overseas at 21, 22. That's if he graduated at 17. So now he play how many years overseas? What, a good 4?
5 or 8, something like that.
PJ probably 37. I give him 37.
So I'm almost 10 years older than him.
Okay. He still was the same overseas.
No, it's different, bro. I just told you, like the
You're
overseas.
10 years older than him, yes, but
Yeah. So that means it was 10 it was a 10-year
no, that doesn't mean there will be a 10-year gap of said overseas. If you're 10 years older than PJ,
Yeah.
But if you look at the overseas and what that league looked like back
Yeah.
then,
Yeah.
that was in the 2000s.
Early 2000s, yeah.
So that's probably between 2000 and probably 2010. That was that league. You would have fell into that 2000 to 2010 era of that overseas.
If I'd have played 10 years,
What do you mean?
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that like Lucas and them was coming up, was being formed back then. It was one Luka-like player, Dirk. Well, it was two, Dirk and Deadlift Shrimp.
Pull it up. What years did?
My phone
What years
dead,
did? What years do you think PJ Tucker played overseas?
I don't know. My phone dead.
Had to be the early 2000s.
Well, that's for our listeners.
Kevin Durant played for the Seattle SuperSonics
For 1 year.
for 1 year.
Yeah.
And what year did the Oklahoma City Thunder form?
I don't know. Outside my head.
We still was rapping when OKC was a thing.
You sure?
Yes.
I don't know. I think so. I guess so. When somebody had an OKC jersey?
The first year we still was rapping.
I'm just saying.
I just know we still was rapping. We still was rapping.
It might have been 2010, 2012.
So with that being said, PJ Tucker probably. Hold on, how many years? It's 2023. Bro, you would have played in the same overseas as PJ Tucker, bro.
We'll look and see. We'll look and see.
Yeah, you would have played in the same overseas, bro.
I'd have took him then. I'd have got 50 on him, man.
Nah, you wouldn't have got 50, bro.
Man, I got a strap, bro.
All right, this has been another episode of the 16 Shots Podcast with no crossover with Young James Boogie and Bad Knees AR Dub.
Tell me how you took, and I'm gonna tell you what I meant.
And we out.
No, talking about instruments to get the bitches, man.